you!
You're scared. And you should be.
This is not your company anymore.
Leave the cheek of CM Punk.
Out! Combo move! This is what they've been doing! Hey, McAfee!
Everyone shut the up and sit down!
We got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick!
I'm Mina Shirakawa. I used to be a model. I want to put on a big show.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by yours truly, the Renegade J.J. Williams. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. CM Punk drama bullshit to the side. I still consider Hangman the worst AEW champion they've had. First of all, we're going to bring in Walter Cruz.
I said that as a joke when, what's his name, did his promo Monday. He said, I'm from a prestige university. I said he majored in Steiner, man.
We've got the Heb man, James Hebert, in the house.
I do really cool and dumb things on the internet.
Right. A lot of shit going on here. A lot of fucking crazy ass shit.
Where is Noah JD? Well, say his name and he appears, because we believe in Noah Foster.
Fuck is this intro? It is one of those things where, as fans, we do have these desires of what we want to see, but sometimes you can't always get what you want, and there are reasons you truly don't get what you want. I wouldn't even listen to this in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. What the fuck is this shit? God, rapid whack. Like I said, never been a greater time to be a wrestling fan than with more companies in a more lucrative spot, in a more comfortable business spot, in a sense of mind, it seems, than ever. Again, WWE is not the only one. It is not the end-all, be-all. So let's go back to the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams to get the official word. JJ, speak!
Make sure you tune in every week, because you never know who's going to drop in to join the Shenanigans. Catboy is in the house.
Hello, my internet family. I say if you want to make them as evil as possible, make them really mad.
We have Mansfield joining the party now. What is going on, Josh?
Like I told Noah when we were in Cleveland, him joining JC was just an unfortunate side effect of my shenanigans towards you, JJ. I know how it can get better, Noah. The panel chooses you.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
He said that so like.
We got some of the intro back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just like how you and I had lunch together the other week.
That was different.
Ladies and gentlemen, the King is here. Say his name and he appears. We believe in King A-Train. There are so many believers in Joe Hendry. The only person on this panel that doesn't believe in Joe Hendry is King A-Train. Tell the world why you do not believe in Joe Hendry.
The reason I do not believe Joe Hendry is he is Fandango 2.0 in a entrance merchant. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Hey! There's nothing wrong with being an entrance merchant. He has some of the best entrances of all time.
Teleporting into the command center, all the way from Angel Grove High, Datilla.
Oh, yeah. I went to the command center on Thursday. I went to Vasquez Rocks, which is where they filmed a lot of episodes. Somebody actually climbed to the very top of those rocks. I made it halfway. I was like, I'm not going up there. Definitely Toni Storm versus Mariah May. That's the one match I probably am looking forward to the most. I really like the story. I'm familiar with all about Eve, so if it plays out that way, I kind of know how this is gonna go.
Say goodnight, Datilla.
Good night.
James, you did say his name. So he shall appear, ladies and gentlemen. first time on the Shenanigans, Jeff Meacham is in the motherfucking house.
Ah! All right, we're coming in hard with the botch. All right, fucking hell. It's good to be back. It's good to have an opportunity to talk to the crowd on a Saturday.
If you want to have yourself stomach through it, you can go back and watch when the main event Mafia took over Impact. That's what James is talking about.
So if everybody just joined us, we're talking about people sedating people, attempted murder, boys, and tips. Welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, everybody. Aren't you glad I'm back?
Welcome back, Jeff.
Cool. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back for another brand new installment of the Saturday Shenanigans here across the Simply Reliable Studios brand of channels. I am, of course, your host and moderator, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Glad to see everybody back after a hell of a couple of days of professional wrestling. Damn it. And it ain't over because we've got New Japan Strong Style Evolved tomorrow, which I know the first gentleman we're going to bring in is really looking forward to. What is going on, bruv? It is good to see you. Haven't seen you since Simply Predicting on Thursday. How has your last few days been, man? I mean, had TNA Final Resolution last night, which we'll get into, had Rampage, which James and I covered, had Saturday night's main event, which we'll get into a little bit, and I know how happy you are about the United States Championship match. And then, of course, you just got off of Collision about an hour ago as well. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, good to see you. Well, you see my voice is almost shot, so there you go. So just with that, I'm doing very well. Extremely fun 2 nights of professional wrestling so far. Damn it. And it continues tomorrow at New Japan Pro Wrestling's last stop in the USA before they go on the road to Tokyo Dome in Korakuen Hall as we get ready for Wrestle Dynasty and Wrestle Kingdom in Tokyo Dome. So it's been a phenomenal time to be a professional wrestling fan. I've had a hell of a couple of days between what I called last night and tonight and what I heard happen. So I'm feeling really good, very excited for what's ahead as always professional wrestling, and then sleep for church tomorrow. But I'm feeling great. It's good to see you once again.
It was always good to be seen. The man who is not looking forward to New Japan tomorrow because he's afraid he's going to botch calling the names. Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz in the house.
Well, it'll be my typos come to verbal, being verbal, because I'm gonna botch all the names. So it'll be like me time.
They can say verbal. I mean, I think it's a little bit rundown. Konosuke Takeshita, Rie Oiwa, Hiromu Takahashi, Tetsuya Naito. You'll be fine, bro. All right.
I was rattling off the card for James yesterday during one of the breaks on Rampage, and I think I did good in my pronunciations. You'd have to go back and watch it back and tell me how many of them I botched, but I think I did pretty good there while you guys were doing Final Resolution.
It doesn't matter, just putting the words together. And it's not as many Japanese names you got to deal with in Pro Wrestling Noah and in Marigold, where Noah's got their card, Marigold's creating their card, and then, of course, we got Stardom involvement as well. I mean, we got Hazuki, which, again, I pray to God that she wins tomorrow night in the main event. So you'll be fine, man. It's not that difficult. Yoda Tsuji, and then we got names from Mexico, including Hechicero. So we got Mina. Yay.
Latino names I'll be easy with.
I'm sure
the ones he sees on AEW all the time shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
Then we've got the man, the myth, the legend, the West Coast professor is in the house. Jeff Meacham, what is going on, good sir?
Disney cast member, Jeff Meacham. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know how much you wanted that to get put out there. I know some people have seen on your socials, but for the people that don't have your socials, I didn't know if you wanted that out there. So I've tried to refrain about that until you said it. So cat's out of the bag. Disney cast member, Jeff motherfucking Meacham.
That's right. Thank you. It is good to be back here on the Shenanigans with my job reinstated. I wasn't on like probation or whatever. Just I got my job back. I'm rehired. That sounds bad out of context, but yeah, I'm ecstatic, man. 1 month and 11 days from today, I will be back on the property doing the orientation thing, and then after that, it's at the whim of the mouse. But I will be back. So
good deal.
And I have a feeling that on the shows that he is able to be here, much like Elf on a Shelf, Mickey is going to be in random places behind Jeff. He's always going to be moving. Tonight he's there. Come next week, he may be over in the other corner. 1 week he may be tied upside down from the mic stand. You know, it'll be the proverbial Elf on the Shelf. Maybe he'll just be on his T-shirt.
There you go. Or on the ears. So this Mickey's on because my good friend Marissa actually found this guy originated in Disney Paris. So this was my Christmas gift, and she gave it to me early because I'm not going to see her for Christmas because I'm going out that away next weekend. So
yes,
well,
be up in my neck of the woods.
I'll be there part of the time. Santa's going to be there too, but in different contexts. So
yes,
it's a multifaceted trip, if you will. Yes. Anyway, life is good this week, man. Good wrestling this week. Good stuff on the home front this week. Hard to, that could be a hell of a game to play, and we might just do that. You never know.
Good grief almighty. A good time, of course, talking about video games. Congratulations again to Astrobot that won Video Game of the Year at the Video Game Awards. So damn happy for that studio. Congratulations to them. PlayStation for life.
Safed already going off on the chat with the hashtag twat waffle.
That's right.
Good.
That's right. You got to call that that twat waffle tonight.
Oh yeah, we brought that up.
Mm-hmm. And the last person to come into the studio for now, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Avatar Man.
I thought you were going to say it's frogs.
Hello, everyone. I had to, unfortunately, fortunately for me, really, I am in the confines of my bed and relaxing as I do this show, and going to be Avatar Man for the entirety of the stream because my chair broke when I had called Collision, and I was actually holding it up for the rest of the time I was there.
Wow.
And I had to kind of rush off right after that, and I was trying to fix it. It wasn't being fixed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I'm going to be Avatar Man for the show today. So there you go.
Commendable effort, by the way, tonight, James. And again, James, Walter, great job on the calls tonight. You both did very well.
Thank you very much, good sir.
Between TNA and AEW, I mean, it's been a great time calling professional wrestling with y'all. It's been a hell of a party.
It has. And, we touched on this the last time we were all together, but it's just amazing the way this team has evolved to the point where we don't just have Noah and James as our only commentary duo doing every by God show that comes. And now we've got a team to where we can pull off simulcast events like we've done these last couple days.
Yep.
Yesterday, me and James doing Rampage while Noah and Walter did Final Resolution. Today, me and Walter doing Saturday night's main event while Noah and James did Collision. Winter is Coming was Noah and Walter. So we've had a different commentary team for each showing of Winter is Coming this week.
Yeah,
much like AEW has their own rotating commentators. Excalibur usually the steady, but you may get Tony Schiavone, you may get Nigel McGuinness, you may get Taz, you may get Jim Ross, Matt Menard, Chris Jericho or Don Callis coming out for special appointments. Yeah, it's cool that we have this many people that know their shit.
Mm-hmm.
To where we can do this type of thing, because this wouldn't have been possible when the original multiverse got started. I wasn't comfortable yet. Walter wasn't really an official part of the team. It was literally just a Noah and James thing.
I'm proud of what you all have become. I'm very proud of all of you. And again, James witnessed the Outriders VHS filter entrance for the first time. It was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I was very taken aback by the fact that we went back all the way in time to the point where all of a sudden we're seeing freaking VHS footage.
You know, both shows did that tonight because we had a Saturday Night's Main Event and we had the Outrunners on the other shows. So
I love it.
I want my 80s.
80s for life. All right. The 80s are pinnacle. Video games, music, you name it. The 80s was literally the pinnacle time to be alive.
Yep.
I will just say I'm sitting back here as a proud papa watching you guys watching the team evolve when I had to step away originally for Disney, and now I'm barely gonna have to do it again. So it's a good way the year's ending, because that way I know that much like Waylon Mercer in 95, life's is gonna be in everybody's hands. Know what I mean? As you were.
But let's start things off with wrestling for the week, because again, we had Final Resolution last night. We have new number one contenders. We had returns.
Yes.
We had Saturday night's main event. We've got a brand new inaugural Women's United States champion. Me and Walter getting emotional on the call, darn near bringing tears to our eyes.
Who was louder between you two when it happened? Who overlapped the other when that happened? I gotta know, because I know you all.
I was about a second or two ahead of Walter, so I was able to call the finish and make the announcement before he saw it happen.
Ooh.
But I think he reacted louder because I still try to be respectful of everybody else in my house. I get caught up in things. I get loud sometimes, but I try to keep my voice at a steady volume. That way the other two rooms don't hear me as loud. So I don't get as loud and as excitable as Noah does sometimes, as James does sometimes. And I think people have come to expect that from me. It doesn't mean I'm not happy. I just don't get jump out of my chair excited or break my chair excited. But Walter got that loud. He was that excited. So if you're going off of tone, Walter by and far.
Okay.
But I was ecstatic for Chelsea. I thought me and Walter were talking about it. We were like, she should win off the Rough Rider, the radio silence as it's now called. It's like, and she hit the move, and then she got a near 2 count. We were like, damn it, that was it. That's where it should have been. She should have done it. She was wearing Zack Ryder gear, one pant leg, and then the short on the other side. She was completely paying tribute to Cardona, and it was beautiful. But then the way that it ended with her in the corner, Michin, Mia Yim setting her up, and she flipped over Michin's back, hooked the arms, dropped the unprettier. It was a thing of beauty. And then not only were we getting emotional, Chelsea, to her professional credit, stays in character. But Piper, you could see, really wanted to break down and cry as she was celebrating with her girl. I mean, I posted the image in the chat, but just look at the smile on Piper's face. How proud she is of Chelsea.
Again, those two literally, like I said, inseparable as a duo. The most dynamic women's tag team since the iconic Chelsea Green. Long over fucking due. Her first singles title since she was TNA Knockouts champion, Laura Van Ness.
To the day, by the way, on commentary.
Thank you, wrestling comments for that.
Day. You gotta love that Michael Cole. Michael Cole, as much as he in character gets sideways with Chelsea, he was on that call. Pat called him the greatest of all time, and I'm going, okay, Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone are going, shut the fuck up, Pat. But stuff like that, it makes Michael Cole much more endearing than he used to be.
I agree. And I love seeing that, honestly, because it's the type of stuff that I do on a daily basis.
Yes.
Which is why we're trying to make sure we don't get your ass hired away from us.
It's the type of thing that wouldn't have been allowed in the Vince administration. It's the type of thing that's been looser in the Paul Levesque era, and even more so since the NXT-TNA partnership began.
Yep.
Because they've got that working relationship with TNA.
Yep.
So acknowledging them as a brand may as well. I'm already working with them. You know,
I mean,
we're already
no
in bed
shit.
together as companies.
Exactly.
What
And
does
goes
it
back
hurt
again.
to acknowledge the fact that 7 years ago, to the day, she won the Knockouts title?
Yeah, and James will tell you verbatim when I had my little moment. I probably out louded Walter, so I'm not gonna do it here because I already did that. But I am so damn fucking happy for Chelsea Green.
Yep.
Long overdue, most viable female worker this year in WWE, not named Roxanne Perez. I couldn't be happier to see the hot mess represent the U.S. as the inaugural U.S. champion.
Most valuable player in the division since she returned.
Oh yeah,
Damn right.
100%.
Yes, Jeff, I saw you raise your hand there.
So there was a post on X that was reposted by Jordan, quote posted, excuse me, by Jordan Grace. The original post from January 20th of last year. It's almost 2 years ago now. Sometimes, this is from Chelsea Green. Sometimes I sit down on my couch at night and I say to myself, good for you, Chelsea. You worked hard as today. And then I see Jordan Grace working the hardest, all caps. Tonight is one of those nights. I guess Jordan had a good night on January 20th, 2023. I forget what day that was, so forgive me for you more wrestling historical marks than I am. Jordan reposted that and said, Chelsea, tonight's not one of those nights. She just is proud as punch of Chelsea. And then WWE's post, she did it. Chelsea Green is the first ever U.S. champion. Jordan quote tweeted, more like Chelsea GOAT. So all the love back and forth. And this, dude, I need like 3 of these shirts. I was telling JJ off air, I need like 3 of these shirts. This is fucking tremendous.
Yeah, that's
the fact that a Canadian has been done up as Lady Liberty with the flag behind her for the U.S. and she's holding the U.S. title instead of the book. Like
she's taking the Kevin Owens gimmick where she's like having the whole
Face of America.
I'm Miss America.
Hey, this is Miss America, legit.
I've been
I want
pointing out
this shirt myself.
I've been pointing out to Dad every time Owens has one of the retro shirts on. He goes, I wonder if he's picking up on it. I'm like, we are all picking up on it. Are you ribbing me? Like, oh my god,
Yeah, exactly.
so good.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. There's never been a greater time to be a professional wrestling fan, and I love it.
Yes, CJ, how did that Bailey versus Tiffany Stratton final turn out for you?
Mm-hmm.
Too soon?
Yeah.
Too soon?
No. Nope.
Because there's no way in hell that it would be Chelsea versus Mia Yim, and there's no way in hell Chelsea would win.
And there's no way Chelsea would beat Bailey clean. 1, 2, 3.
So maybe we should do is we should send CJ a couple of those Chelsea t-shirts to make up for the loss of Max Free jerseys he's gonna have to sell now that he's gone from Atlanta.
Right.
And also to Bailey as a locker room leader, truly about the division and not herself, who wants to see more characters and more women showcase and develop. And Chelsea Green was literally on that ballot of names when she was asked that question. I am so damn proud of Bailey for letting Chelsea Green and encouraging her move forward. There's a reason why Triple H, Paul Beck holds Bailey and Finn Balor as locker room leaders. Damn it, respect. Congratulations,
100%.
Chelsea.
Yeah, it was a solid night of action. No, I know you normally only watch clips. I recommend going back and watching the full show through.
I'm definitely going to go back and watch this show.
For the nostalgia at the very least, because, dude, a lot of the shit that you said that you wanted, they delivered. They had the referees in the dress shirts and the bow ties. They brought back the old school brick WWF logo, but with the F chopped off, like Cena's old Word Life logo.
Yes.
They had Obsession. They started with the OG main event intro, and then the VHS stopped, and they threw in the current superstars to the Obsession theme, modernizing it.
That's crazy.
They
had Coco Beware, Greg Valentine, El Matador, Tito Santana, all in the house.
Jimmy Hart looking like he did 40 years ago.
Jimmy Hart. Yes, seriously.
Father.
Marco, there's an age. Oh, and thank you, Coco, for dressing up tonight in your white T-shirt, Coco. Thanks for dressing up for the night, you freaking Hall of Fame.
That's the weed. Jimmy Hart is a weed guy, man. See how he still looks young?
That's all the pot you're saying. Man.
So that's who that's who turned Hogan onto it. Okay.
The bottom line, this is definitely going to be a show I go back and watch probably on my Monday night. Now that my work schedule's finally changed, I got my evenings back. I finally no longer have to come home when it's freaking pitch black. So I'm definitely going to watch this Monday night.
But now that Chelsea is champion, Noah, you said that you would care more about the main roster and main roster women if they did it. Will you start tuning in more to the weekly products now and not just doing clips?
Well, Chelsea Green's on SmackDown, so I'm going to be particular here.
For
so
now,
SmackDown has more of my attention in a long damn time. So as far as this Friday, yes, I am.
So question, how did Jesse Ventura do on commentary?
Well, that's the thing. He wasn't on commentary the whole night. He started the show with Joe Tessitore up at a podium, kind of like the Hall of Fame podium, kind of introducing and hyping things.
Kind of like Gorilla
Michael
Monsoon
Cole
body.
and the returning Pat McAfee.
Oh, Jesus.
Did commentary.
Yay!
Jesse came down for the main event, though. Did commentary for the main event for KO.
Dude, that is like a nightmare blunt rotation. Jesse Ventura, Pat McAfee, and Michael
Jesse
Cole.
and Pat? That's a WrestleMania match waiting to happen.
And in trademark Jesse form, when Cody used the steel chair, he called Cody out for cheating.
Okay. I was low-key worried when Pat brought up those freaking drones that are flying out all over the city and talking to Jesse. I'm like, don't talk to Jesse about conspiracies. Don't get him. Please don't. We're going to be here all night. We'll be here all night. Like, stop.
No,
Pat. That's a bad Pat.
No conspiracy theories tonight. No. Okay.
Once upon a time, folks, there used to be a Jesse Ventura that talked about conspiracy theories when True TV was not owned by Warner Media.
The C-O-N conspiracy.
That's
Well,
and conspiracy.
Well, now it is owned by WBD, and now it's the Conspiracy. KHAN.
Well, I was going to save these for the next couple weeks of airtime for Santa Meats to have, but I'm going to open up one of these authentic Coca-Cola Santa cans and toast the new United States Women's Champion, the first one. I'm going to toast Cody Rhodes retaining the Winged Eagle WWE Championship despite getting spiked on his goddamn head afterwards.
I knew he was going to bring that back. I knew it.
That's the only complaint I truly have, because I feel it was a missed opportunity for them to not resurrect the belt that Dusty thought he won. As much as everybody wanted the Winged Eagle, and I did too.
Yeah.
For them to not resurrect that title, I think that was a missed opportunity, because how pretty would it have been to see that belt wrapped around Cody's waist and Cody to recreate that moment with the title.
The thing is, though, that was Madison Square Garden. They weren't in Madison Square Garden.
I know.
I think that's probably why they didn't do it. But I understand what you're saying when it comes to literally going full circle. But let's be honest here, bro. Saturday night's main event. You go back in time. What was the symbol of that fucking company and show? The Winged Eagle. I'm so fucking glad he brought it back.
What's so funny?
With JJ, I told him, well, he should have came out with the wing like he did, but after he won, they should have gave him the Dusty belt, like as a
So
raise that.
what's funny to me is I said this to Dad when Cody was walking out, and I saw it. I'm like, when they guys hit the microphone. There, Mike. When they debuted the Winged Eagle, it was on not Saturday night's main event, but the main event against Andre when Hogan lost the title. I'm like, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna have Cody lose the title now that he's got the win? That would have been a mega moment if it major heat,
that would have been great.
In my opinion, if
he were to do it and then just destroy it with a sledgehammer just to get at Cody too. There were so many ways you could have gone with it.
They were talking about that, I think, with Conrad was talking with Eric Bischoff, I think, about that on 83 Weeks this week. The fact that Perfect had done that. Kevin did abscond with the title after he package pile drived him off the air, so he does have possession of that winged eagle.
I was going to get to that, Jeff. Thank you.
No, sorry, just flow the conversation. So
no, it's all good.
Kevin's got the belt now, so he is justified in bitching. So I think we have a JBL Cena thing where they both got the title, and we have one big final blow like the Rumble or something.
Wait, so we have another undisputed championship then? The situation?
Well, no, because Cody's still the WWE champion. It's just that much like JBL lost the title and John debuted the spinner, but JBL kept the old title. We could have a similar thing going into the Royal Rumble with Kevin and Cody.
Too bad they said one night only because JJ you still got your wish, because if Kevin Owens keeps that, then he can bring Dusty's title back as then keep the Wing Eagle. I got this better.
Again, this is just me being an 80s fan. I think I started in 1990. I think Cody getting the championship that his father was robbed of in terms of the story. Yes, he didn't actually win it. We all know that. But I think they had that moment of closure. Yes, it was off air. It was a digital exclusive. They had the moment with that belt. In the garden, exactly. If they're bringing back Saturday's main event and they're going to have this rotating, we assume once a quarter, because you're doing it next month also, but that's because there's no pay-per-view next month, technically speaking, because the Rumble's February 1st. So my thought process is, the Winged Eagle is going to be the symbol of Saturday Night's main event in that era. Then they'll go forward with it because Kevin took off with the belt itself. That'll be the wraparound that'll get us to the Rumble, or maybe they'll have a grudge match on the next Saturday Night's main event going into the Rumble, because that is the go home mega event.
I mean, let's be honest here. As I give it to JJ real quick, JJ, based on what you saw tonight, could you think that Saturday Night's main event could become the premier go home show now for the WP at least going forward? Because I imagine if they start doing it on a quarter, you got to imagine the Saturday's main event would then be the go-home premier stage before their biggest shows of the year.
I think that's a solid shout, because you go January, the go home to the Rumble. Then you do it in April, go home to Mania. Then you've got May, June, that's that quarter. Then you go July, August, and you get it in that quarter, go home to SummerSlam. And then October, November, December, November, Survivor Series, go home to Survivor Series.
Yep.
Makes sense to me.
Works.
I totally like that. I mean, yes, you'll still technically have the Raw and SmackDown go homes, but it'll be technically the last big show before, because by that point, the cards should all be ironed out. There should be no matches being added on Raw or SmackDown. This isn't Impact that only runs one show a week, not making fun of it. And this isn't Tony Khan that adds 27 matches at the last moment.
Exactly.
An hour before the show. Guess what? 3 more matches.
Hey, he only does that for Ring of Honor. And let's give the madman behind the
No,
pin.
he doesn't. You know that's a lie. You know that's a lie.
Shut up. You've barely been out of the loop. Shut the fuck up.
Noah.
It's on the main card. All right. Let's give some credits due on some try of a progression. Even JJ admitted that.
No, I love you for tweeting out that whole card about Worlds, and I'm thinking that's going to change in like 2 minutes. But I love you for it, Noah.
I was about to say, dude, you forget. I am not out of the loop that fucking much. We were ready for World's End, and then they added 3 more matches that weren't even scheduled on the damn card. And then we're like, why you do this to Diana?
Full gear. Yeah.
Full gear, bro.
Right.
Watch. And that's a 0 hour. That's a pre-show.
Still a thing. Okay, I have a question though.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
So this is in relation to the whole thing with the with the title that Dusty won, and it just occurred to me that if Cody is going to possibly fight Rocky by that Mania, I do believe that this will not be the only time Cody goes for a championship that he desired. He'll get that Winged Eagle back from KO at some point. But people forget the People's Championship is actually that very title that Dusty Rhodes held in Madison Square Garden, or very close to it. The only difference is the Brahma Bull freaking logos plastered all over it. So
yeah, it is not it's closer to the Smoking Skull belt. It was supposed to be the Rock's version of the Attitude Eagle because they wanted to try to mass produce it and market it, but for whatever reason, they never went ahead and used it. And it's kind of just been sitting in the vault for all these years. And they decided, well, now's a good time to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
And attaching all these names didn't hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the full like seemed like a bee, the greatest there was in the boxing ring. I mean, just saying. But the bottom line, though, why we really went kind of into Albuquerque. I mean, it sounds like Thursday night's main event was a hell of a show, JJ. And I am going to watch it for Monday. And as of right now, SmackDown, you once again have my attention.
There you go.
Not only was it, they did the old school WWE logo to make it look like the WWF logo. They had the referees and all the old attires from back in
Which
the.
James was saying earlier, yeah.
Did all that,
Yeah. They did so much. Like, it was beautiful. And the fact that the legend.
Okay, one other thing. LED barricades or old school guardrail barricades?
Oh,
more old
not
school.
even the old school. They had it like the little narrow walkway where the seconds walked out to the stage, and then the participants walked by themselves, and they had 2 security guards right on their ass.
Yeah, they had securities escort anybody.
Even Gunther had his arms up like this because he was like, "Don't touch me, fuckers."
So big.
I was telling JJ, it's a mix of old school and a mix of what happened in TNA. They were like, security was blocking these wrestlers when
Oh my god!
All right, I cannot wait to watch this show. You have the Triple H. Thank you so much for reviving WWE, actually making me appreciate them in relation to the terms professional wrestling. And you're not even a year in your new era. God bless you.
And I told JJ at the end, like, I liked how the legends didn't take away any spotlights from anybody. It was just quick.
Yeah. Right.
They're in the audience and they didn't steal anything from anybody.
Well, yeah.
Thunder stolen.
Well, I mean,
Probably why Hogan wasn't there.
Well, I mean, hey, that's
Because that wouldn't work for me, brother, dude. Man.
Well, I mean, that's coming from the Hulkamaniac himself. But I mean, JJ, it goes back to what we talked about with Triple H when he honors, history, legacy. He preserves it, but he doesn't just, book by it. So, I mean, again, it's one of those things where you use legacy to teach this current generation to respect what got us here. But it sure as hell doesn't mean you have to stay back there where it was, or you need it here and then and now, that you actually can build something new. And your NXT has proven that in spades, while produced by both Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
I have a bad joke, by the way. I wanted to know if I have permission to tell it, because now I have a shit-eating grin on my face and I really want to tell it.
Go for it.
So, Jeff, Senior Hef, what did Hogan say when he saw that his new putty Donald Trump was trying to rebuild the wall? I know you know where I'm going with this.
That's the wall, brother. Hey, wall.
That's the wall, brother. That's the
wall.
That's the wall, brother. See,
I was gonna say they probably didn't have Hogan there because he would have called it Madison Square Garden instead of Nassau, because
that's
fuck
true.
up where they're at.
Well, I'm glad to be a part of the Staples Center, brother.
It'll happen at Raw when or NXT when they come to LA. That'll be a thing.
There you go. There you go.
No. Here's what you do: you have AEW unban Hogan, have him beat Revolution, and do that joke.
That's going to happen. But JJ, do you want me to say the phrase before I give it back to you to go into our next topic?
Please do.
Damn it, James! You freaking idiot!
Avatar Man is autistic. Yes.
All right,
James
that's
Avatar Man.
We've discussed Saturday night's main event. So at this point, I'm going to make the hot tag to the simple man with the spectacular voice, because I would love for him to kind of run down and discuss a few of the highlights Not getting into the big return who attacked Jordan Grace. That's a separate topic.
Oh, yeah.
But just kind of getting into the highlights of Final Resolution as I watched the countdown and then I watched SmackDown before doing the Rampage call. So go ahead, Noah.
I mean, yeah, me and Walter had fun with Final Resolution. Again, TNA seems to always have the best flow, production, and overall dynamic, showcasing of their talent, and they know how to host a pay-per-view without me saying, fuck this advertising and fuck this product. Though TNA Plus assembly sucks. There's a slight technical difficulty. But that being said, Walter and I had fun. Your crook Kaz got a crooked win against John McGregor, breaking the eyes with the chicken wing. JDC got a crooked win against Leon Slater. We opened the show with Moose. You need to put some damn respect on Moose's name. After Kushida tried to dissect his left arm in the hoverboard lock, Moose found a way to create distance and finally connect with one spear, unlike 4 for Speedball Mike Billy, and retain the X Division championship. And then the triple threat that turned into a 5-person dance with 2 teams. We had Simi Callahan, PCO, the Rascals, and not Hammerstone, but we had Jake Something. We had...
Please, no sign of his name. No.
I'm so glad Jason's back. But seriously, and something like my tweet, because something really showed something. It was a big, hot performance, and he wasn't involved in decision. And
I'm having an aneurysm.
Well, something's better than nothing.
Exactly. And something truly is better than nothing. I mean, something really has a lot going for him.
I love when we can get off the rails here, and Noah's the one to lead us off the rails.
I am about
he's
to
the
rip
one to
the rest
keep
of
the
my
train
hair out.
nice and straight. Yeah,
Bro,
he's the guy that gets us back on track. But no, this time Noah's the one leading us off the rails.
Bro, you're about to make me rip out my hair. I'm about to turn into Hulk Hogan in a minute if you don't shut up about something.
I heard my wrist hurt from laughing. But yeah, the Rascals, oh Lord, they got the win. It was a great dynamic triple threat tag team match, and Semicon, PCO, they went for the respect afterwards. Oh Lord. And again, the number 23 was teased, and you and I were like, what the fuck does this mean? TNA approaching their 23rd year. We're figuring BC, maybe Baron Corbin, but there was no show up. It was just like, it's just a number. It's just a number. It's just a number. But again, no idea. And then following that, oh my Lord. We had Ace Austin get a very strong fought win against Trent Seven, literally using Chris Bay's move and their tag team move towards the finish. He even survived the 7-star lariat. It became extremely personal during that, but Ace Austin persevered through. Then we had Rosemary and Jordan Grace, mental warfare galore. It goes back to how well those two know each other. Again, Rosemary has been part of TNA since 2017. Every time that Jordan Grace's power tried to come into play, Rosemary was able to scout it and counter it. There was a ridiculous spear into the ring. It looked like Rosemary was setting up for the finish, and then all hell broke loose.
Yes, and again, the chat, let's not talk about that just yet. We'll get to it separately in a little bit.
And as we move forward from there and try to, readjust, we had our fatal four-way with Josh Alexander, Steve Macklin, Mike Santana, and Joe Hendry. And Still believe because Joe Hendry got the win in the end. Josh Alexander apparently
told you.
I told you. I told you. Shoot, I'm the one that's picked him as well. So good job, JJ. Mike Santana was eventually tied to a stair rail. Josh Alexander did. I think he forgot how to tie a zip tie into a zip tie because it was one of the longest ways to try and restrain an opponent in my life. And what the hell was that?
Walter's brother with a joke.
Oh, okay. So
why can't Hogan play Darth Vader? Because the line "No, Luke, I am your father, brother" would be too confusing.
No, Luke, I am your father, brother, dude. Man.
Well, see, the problem is if you go back in Star Wars history, when Palpatine tells Anakin to execute Dooku, do it. That doesn't work for me, brother.
Do it.
He's not gonna job the Palpatine. Is that what you say?
He's not gonna job the Dooku.
Okay. First off,
Put the motherfucker over. He's a legend, for Christ's sake.
Hulk Hogan as freaking part of the Star Wars universe. Now that would be something. Anyway.
Shut the fuck up. Unlimited power, dude.
Unlimited power, brother.
Use the Force, brother.
Somebody could have used that during Fire Resolution, don't you think, Walter? And how many
Okay.
times did you say
Now-
something, by the way? Anyway.
Now I'm on this whole kick where I want to turn like classic movie quotes into Hulk Hogan.
Right?
With great power comes great responsibility, brother.
What
Put
was
brother at the end of it.
What was the press in Star Wars? I forget, because there was a press. I know there was a press in the Star Wars universe. I forget the.
What do you mean press? What do you mean press?
Paper or newspaper.
Like a
I
paper,
think.
yeah.
Oh.
We have gone off the rails.
I don't remember now.
But he had like Hogan. The point is, Hogan would cut a promo. He's like, "You see this right here? This is what we call a rag sheet in the Lord said Palpatine, brother."
Now here you go. Freaking Palpatine shooting the lightning and Hogan catches it. This is where the power lies, dude.
The power lies in all my Hulkamaniacs here in Tatooine, brother.
Okay. Well, we've gone way too far off the rails, and James officially recovered from the something nonsense as we went into something else completely. Something!
Oh, God.
Scissors joke.
Yeah,
Hey,
the scissors
JJ.
joke was great.
JJ,
Thank
the
you.
The word of the day is something. Whenever you hear that, scream it real loud. Anyway.
What was that?
We gotta
That
make
was a
that
Pee-wee scream.
a
The Pee-wee
drinking
scream.
game.
Come on
Every
now.
time we say something, we'll all be drunk as shit.
No. Save that for the New Year's show. We're gonna need to be drunk on that show anyway.
Dude, this is a fucking fever dream. I'm too tired for this shit.
And here you are, pulling off Hulk Hogan jokes, but you're about to have an aneurysm for each time we say somebody's name. What's his name? Put some respect on his name. Anyway.
Avatar Man has having an aneurysm off camera.
Yeah, ain't that something else? A have an A. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on from there.
Just did it
Remember,
again and
James,
didn't even
like
realize
Roddy
it.
Piper said, if you're gonna die, die in the ring. So at least come on camera because we gotta draw
Yeah,
money.
seriously, yeah.
Right. Wait.
Bro, you don't want to see me on camera, bro. I look like a mess right now.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna die, fuck it.
I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
that's true. I know. I'm
mean,
all right. I'm all right.
I mean, hey, that would be something. Anyway.
Fuck
let's
off,
go.
Noah.
Something! Anyway.
It's gonna be a long show, boys and girls.
JJ, the title of this podcast, Saturday Shenanigans, something. We need to literally make that the title of this week's podcast.
Oh, God.
Gonna be started something. Gonna be started something.
There you go. Oh, my God.
I feel like something's watching me.
Okay, come
All
on,
right.
Noah.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Let's get back on the rails here.
So the fatal four-way for the number one contender.
Yeah, we came back from something, and that fatal four-way was truly something because everybody pretty much had a chance at one point to win that match. Walter wasn't sure what to make of all of this. I mean, once again, Josh Alexander suplex machine. There was a ridiculous counter at one point. Again, Joe Hammer got the biggest pop. Oh, by the way, we're in center stage, Atlanta. So again, an homage, a place that I need to go for professional wrestling, damn it. But yeah, Josh Alexander's own hubris getting the better of him of how long it took him to try and tie Mike Santana. As soon as he got in the ring, he got stuck with a standing ovation, and Joe Hendry pinned Josh Alexander. Anyway, as we moved on from that, we went into the TNA Knockouts World Championship match with Masha Slamovich versus Tasha Steelz. And that son of my gun, Santino Marella, made sure that annoying Nat, that twat waffle, was banned from the building, or she would have been fired. Alicia Edwards, and literally as he was hauling her out, he reminded people, you can get free promo code for TNA Plus for 1 month with new subscribers today. It was freaking hilarious, but it was a brutal physical match. Tasha Steelz put everything she could into it, including her own well-being. with multiple cutters and power moves on the entranceway before she was package pile driver by Macho, who smashed her with a sinister smile on her face, much to my happiness. Then we went to the extreme with the Hardys in the system, and they did a throwback with the Dudleys. Eventually, the Hardys put the system through 2 tables, including a jump off the balcony by Jeff Hardy, because, of course, so the Hardys retained. And our main event, you know what, Walter, you want to talk about the main event? AJ Francis, do you have any other things to say about him? You were quite happy with the result, but what did you think of his performance? Because he flopped over the rope at times with the running knee, but he's a vital Nick Nemeth's offense. There was one where we thought that he was actually going to win. It almost made Walter had a heart attack, but eventually super kick into the danger zone for the second time. He retained. Kazarian was on commentary and asked Casey Navarro, and he roasted Casey Navarro something fierce. We're trying to do a double team. Joe Henry got in the ring with Nick Nemeth, who retained his title successfully, and we got our face-off as we now know what awaits at Genesis. It will be Nick Nemeth versus Joe Henry for the TNA World Championship in what was a very phenomenal show that was absolutely everything you could hope for from TNA. It was something.
Yeah, I said Casey Navarro.
Something.
Casey Navarro.
All right, go ahead, Walter. Sorry.
Casey Navarro is S.A. Rios from Timu. And
oh my God!
I told you.
Oh my God!
There's an old cliche that like when a wrestler is great that he can have a 5-star match with a broom. So we knew that Nick was gonna carry AJ and make it look good, but.
I mean,
can we like get him away from the main event now? Just go back to whatever.
I can't even believe I heard what I just heard. I didn't even realize that was the main event until you just said it, and then I just thought I was dreaming.
Yeah, that was AJ Francis said he's box office, and he main evented against Nick Nemeth for the TNA. But here's the thing: how much of a threat is AJ Francis when John Layfield doesn't show up at all? John Layfield did not show up at all the entire night.
Wow.
No JBL, huh?
Nope. I'd rather have had the women main event over those two.
I think Moxie Slavics and Tasha Steeles, or even the Hardy with that tables match, with the fact that the system literally formed, well, not the system themselves, but Brian Myers and the Edwards formed their tag team 1 year ago at Final Resolution before the system was created at TNA Hard to Kill. I think that would have been more poetic. Plus, the Hardys did main event at Bound for Glory under, extreme circumstances. But still.
I also think Layfield wasn't there. He's filling in for Bruce Pritchard on a till further notice basis. I guess Pritchard took some personal time away, not just from the podcast, but also from WWE. So it's something to wrestle with John Layfield right now with Conrad Thompson. So I don't know. Yeah. So and it's been great so far. He's just been like, they're picking like one wrestler or one thing and just story time for 2 hours with Layfield about Cena, about Eddie, about Ron Simmons, about The Undertaker. Just so, again, I know I overly shill for Conrad. Fucking sue me. My Twitter handle is there, but you know where to find me. The stuff with him and Layfield has been really good the last 5 weeks. So.
Interesting.
You would have hated being on the Phil Mark show because we did a whole joke about how somebody said he looked like the White Viscera when he was dressed in the blue for that press conference.
No, what's so funny about that is like he wasn't supposed to be at like on stage. He was just going to be there like helping out or whatever. And they're like, okay, so you're host. Tony's like, you're hosting. And he's like, I don't have a suit. Okay, so he dropped up there fucking like a blue adorned grimace. And it's like, oh, Conrad,
bro. He literally
looking like Violet after she chewed the bubble gum.
Yes.
Yeah,
Violet,
right.
You're turning Violet. Dude,
they said they said he looked like the White Viscera. They said he looked like a Blue Chew sponsorship mascot. I was like,
oh my God.
No, you know what though? That's perfect for him because they sponsor all his shows, so it actually works out.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, hey, you know what? If you were to book, Conrad Thompson and Big Daddy V, it would be a double match. One
keep in mind,
would have Blue Chew, the other one would have Viagra. Book it.
But remember, he had to go into a major college town the same day that Bama did not make the playoffs. So Conrad was having a tough day. Anyway.
So apparently some people have problems downstairs. Got it. Okay, well, let's go upstairs to JJ Williams, who I think had a closing thought.
I love Noah for
AJ
that.
Francis at one point did a moonsault off the second row, big giant 330-pound freaking falling flop. But hey, he gave it effort. So I mean, go ahead, JJ.
Did he connect with it?
No, he crashed and burned.
Of course he did.
Okay.
Nick Nemeth got out of the way quickly. He did a
Well,
moonsault.
it sounds like Final Resolution was a solid show. Some more solid wrestling for this week.
Oh yeah.
I do have an image that just popped up from multiple people on social media. A little bit of breaking news from the GCW show entitled Highest in the Room 3. James, I'm going to ask that you refrain from ranting. If anything, save it for your Jay Hebert side of things, part 3. But apparently somebody crossed the line and attacked both Matt Cardona and Effie.
Wait, what?
Chris Jericho!
Oh, shit.
Of course, adding fuel to the fire for the Jericho Cardona Ring of Honor title match, I'm sure.
Yes.
But considering that certain stars were pulled from CZW show or GCW shows, whatever.
Oh shit.
And Jericho is there.
This dude.
James, let's not go into all of that. Like I said, save it for your show. I'm sure you'll have something to say about that, but
all I will say is when are we going to add House of Glory to the schedule, since that will actually be Ricky Starks' first appearance back? Because I want to support our boy after all the bullshit they put him through.
I mean,
can we get the campaign going to get Ricky Starks on this show already? Just be fucking done with it. Like seriously.
Yes.
You're the one with the connections. Make it happen, Cap.
Dude, I'm so. You know what though? Good on Chris. Look at Chris's face in that show. Put the image up again of Chris Jericho.
I'm about to say 53 years old, 32
Well,
years
no, not even that.
Game.
Look how intense and fierce he looks. You know why? Because he's not in an all arenas empty situation. He actually has people in the crowd.
Yeah, so there's more people there than I think were at Dynamite.
I don't know about that.
It's a joke, guys.
I know, and I'm tired of hearing the same old jag. All right. Seriously.
Are you ready for this? We're full of sarcasm.
Yeah, there you go. The word of the day now is sarcasm. Oh, by the way, Emmanuel sent me a $2 super chat. I'll go ahead and segue the page real quickly. Thank you, Emmanuel. And this will be fun. What do you give Jake something for Christmas?
I swear to
anything,
God and all that's holy. I swear to God.
I swear to God.
He did. He did it. He also gave an answer.
And the answer is?
You give him something!
I knew that was coming.
James is like, I am glad I'm Avatar Man because I look more decrepit every time somebody says.
What do you give Jake something? How about this? A new last name. There you go. That's something.
It's not gonna happen.
But then you lose the gimmick.
Yeah. The gimmick. What is the gimmick? That his last name is something, bro. It's
and
so
he's something.
terrific.
He's something. Something
sure
is something.
Yeah.
Say his name and Noah pops. Jack something.
Oh my God.
Something is a gimmick.
Yeah, it is. Something literally is a gimmick. That's his gimmick.
My God.
We even said, what do we say something was, Walter? Something's like an anomaly, right? I mean,
yeah,
he really is that.
All jokes aside, though, he handled himself. He was literally by himself in that tag match, and he looked good, like to the point I almost thought he was going to win alone.
Yeah.
I know it's not the most accurate statement. This is one of the most off the rail first hours in the history of this show.
This is accurate. From Hulk Hogan jokes to the word something becoming a Pee Wee Herman word of the day.
Oh wait, that's Captain Caveman.
Well, Catherine, to your question, I'm not going to bring it up on screen just yet, but your inquiry about if we've talked about that certain person yet, we have not. But we will be talking about that when we come back from this brief commercial break.
Yeah, here's something.
Now for a taste of things to come.
truly that schedule is something. But again, we are all about all the wrestling, 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 all the professional wrestling. Damn it! And combat sports and other forms of collegiate sports and other stuff too.
I will say, doing commentary without you and having to do all the wrestling myself, not as good.
You got your own energy. You know that. Shoot, there's a reason why
It's
there's
just
only
not
one
as
me.
good though.
You know yourself,
It's one of those things. It's almost like a trademark.
Yeah.
Like slobber knocker or something. Like that is a definitive Noahism.
Here's the thing.
Noahism. Yes. That is fair.
James and I kind of like throw it when we do UFC. We're like all the thing. We kind of make it sarcasm.
All
of the
thingies. Aw, y'all nice. I appreciate you always, Catherine. I mean, you know.
Yes.
Whenever I do it and I have a solo show, I just go, all the things. We do.
Subtle.
The most subtle, the most golf call in the history of freaking promotion.
Those are the things. We do them.
We do them. Golf clap.
So, speaking of all the things,
All the things you
2024 has been one of those years where it seems like every week we cross something off of our coming this year list.
Oh no! JJ, you gotta avoid that word at all costs now.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to. But we crossed another item. We crossed another item off of our. Well, that wasn't on my 2024 bingo card.
No, it wasn't.
You know, from Stephanie McMahon coming out at WrestleMania to Vince McMahon's resignation from TKO, from TNA going back to those old letters and ditching Impact, to Scott D'Amore being dismissed.
Jingle being everywhere by WWE.
To the latest one being the return of Tessa Blanchard to a mainstream wrestling promotion. And I've been following this on the socials, not because of toxicity, because I try to stray away from that much like Noah does, but I've been trying to follow it because I genuinely wanted to see what people's reaction was to this, because Tessa departed TNA for the, let's just say, not so glamorous reasons.
Right.
And the fact that she's being welcomed back seemingly with open arms, at least from the Anthem folks, not necessarily from the locker room.
Yeah.
I've been curious to see what people think about it. And I'll be honest, I see it kind of 50-50 down the middle.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people that are like, you know what? Times change, people change. Tessa deserves a second shot. And I see people saying, I'd be more willing to give her a second shot if she had at least apologized, which she still has not done from what I understand. I never followed the situation. I don't really know why she got let go. I've heard people talk about it, but I wasn't around then. I didn't follow the situation, so I don't know the ins and outs. Frankly, I don't care. It was before my time. It has no effect on me.
I like that.
But I am curious to know your guys' reactions, and specifically, and I apologize if I'm shortchanging anybody on my statement here, but I'm specifically looking to hear Noah and Jeff's comments on this.
Yeah.
Because Noah, I know, is a loyalist to TNA. And Jeff, I know, was at least covering the situation through Talk Wrestling, the review, No DQ, when it transpired. I don't know James and Walter, how big of fans you were of Tessa prior to her release, if you even really followed her prior to her release, because I know Walter, or at least I believe Walter, much like me, only recently got back into the TNA product. I don't know if he was really following it when she was there previously and was the Impact World Champion.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is I'm going to start with Jeff on this.
Yep.
We'll end with Noah on the situation. And Walter and James, if you have anything you'd like to say on the matter, then feel free to after Jeff speaks.
Yep.
Just give my brief 2 cents at the very end here. Go ahead, Jeff.
So to kind of fill in the gap for you, she was not let go because of the online toxicity, drama, bully situation. She was let go because she held the company up for money. It's ultimately what happened. That's why she was officially let go from TNA or Impact Wrestling at the time, because she held them up for money and they went, nah, we're good.
Yep.
As far as her coming back, yes, very polarizing. But I think that situation, more than anything else this week, has really helped my thought process along in what I'm going to be doing going forward once the end of this year goes through. I have always been taught and encouraged by many people, including the people in this room, that the only way people are going to be able to prove they have changed, bettered themselves, however you want to phrase it, is to let them show it.
Yep.
As far as whether Tess has apologized to the people, the parties involved in the original drama, it was my understanding that she had worked things out with everybody, even though she knew she was not going to get her jobs back as a result of it. So I admire that if that is the case. Also, there was a report out this week that Jordan Grace had pushed back on working with Tessa after hearing the rumors. If I'm Jordan Grace pushing back on working and I'm TNA, I'm not going to make her do that. Looks to me like Tessa laid Jordan Grace flat on her ass last night. So looks like Jordan's willing to work with her. Maybe that's just me.
Yes,
So
right to
so
me.
once again, the reliable reporting in professional wrestling is clearly not out of the Ohio Valley area,
or Northern California,
or California, or really anybody. And that's the point I've been trying to make, is just encourage. I encourage everybody to follow the example that the man in the lower left has tried to set for the rest of us, please, for the last 5 years. Just enjoy this shit and watch it. Because Tessa Blanchard versus Jordan Grace is going to be fucking money.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just is. Especially if they don't pull the trigger right away. Don't have it be a Genesis. Have her fight at Genesis, but don't have it be against Jordan just yet. That's a big quarter pay-per-view match, at least for me. I don't know what their big quarter. Yes, sir.
The only problem with that is that if rumors are to be believed, Jordan's contract expires at the end of January.
Okay, then pull the fucking trigger. I mean,
if she resigns, then by all means, go quarterly. Do it at Rebellion when they come to fucking Los Angeles. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they can hold out that long. I mean, that's a little.
That's a long. That's late April.
That would be their first big pay-per-view, would it not?
Hey, it would be, but you know what? If Jordan doesn't re-sign and she's able to go where she wants to go, February 1st is not that far off from the end of January.
That's why I feel like Genesis is going to be her swan song. She'll probably do Genesis, the tapings the next day, and that's it.
Dude, Tessa Blanchard returns to the ring, Jordan Grace's swan song, and Joe Hendry being the world champion on the same night. Take my fucking money, TNA Plus.
Please, Joe Hendry.
And then Jordan and Joe Hendry appearing in the respective Rumbles on February 1st.
Yes.
Okay. Stop my brain.
No.
Stop.
Joe Hendry. Dude, we were clamoring for the world champion to be in the Rumble last year when Mickie James appeared as the women's champion.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble as the TNA World Champion. freaking clone me and put me in indie. Like seriously.
Yeah,
for
100%.
real.
Okay, fair
I'm here
enough.
for that
I'll give
shit.
you that.
Anyway,
fair enough.
but
I'm
yeah.
gonna go face to face with John Cena.
Okay, I need a moment now.
Don't get my hopes up like that, please.
Cigarette in the towel, please. And my check, thank you.
Now all of a sudden I'm freaking Hawkeye and freaking Avengers Endgame's like, don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope. That's right.
Triple H, I believe in. I believe in him.
You know who else you believe in?
Joe Hendry.
And now you just said his name. Damn it.
Damn it, JJ. You put me right into that. Anyway, continue, Jeff. I'm sorry.
As many times as we rattled James this evening with the something gimmick, gotta get you.
Something!
Go ahead.
I'm in constant pain.
I'm pretty sure the J gimmick's not working for James tonight, brother. Anyway, as far as Tessa, honestly, especially back where I'm working now, I have a very simple philosophy when it comes to professional wrestling and those who have allegedly wronged us. Let it go, and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. I will add to a lot of this. I think.
What it said, I'm not going to say it.
What was said?
Don't worry, James. Keep talking.
No.
Okay. Oh no! You motherfucker! Stop it! Yeah. Okay. So with this whole issue with it's so complicated, and I agree with everything for the most part when it comes to giving Tessa another chance. However, it was my understanding that there was, a podcast that dropped with one of the people this was the biggest controversy. The other party in question, La Rosa. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name because I'm not trying to,
La Rosa Negra.
Thank you. Because I ain't trying to. I'm too white for that shit.
Continue.
Which I believe loosely translates to the Black Rose.
That is exactly correct.
So she had commented on this situation. And from what I understood, she had not apologized up to that point. Now, there's a very good chance that she did go to them in private. And if that's the case, good on her for it. Again, this all comes right at the heels of what she said online. Chelsea's comments thereafter. Ironic that she just won the title. And then, all of a sudden, we're hearing, I heard rumblings that she was apologizing to people in private, and then it culminates with her coming up on the show. I don't know if La Rosa was one of those people. I hope to God she was one of those people, because even with what Jeff said, that's like a huge red flag to me still, especially if she did not apologize to that person directly. A lot of these people, getting fake outraged about it, like, oh, you need to give a public apology. Like, I didn't believe that shit then. I don't believe in that shit now. I think the person that definitely deserved the apology was the person she wronged. So as long as she did that, could give a fuck, right?
Well, if I may really quickly.
Yes.
The only reason I would say a public apology would be owed is if she was doing online bullying. That's a public space.
Yeah, no.
So if the crime was committed in a public forum, then the apology needs to be made in a public forum. If the crime was made behind closed doors, something she said in the locker room, whatever, then that apology needs to be made in private, her and the person. So if she was doing online cyberbullying, then I feel like she does need to put at least like a press statement or something out there publicly apologizing to people that she may have wronged. That's my 2 cents on it.
I agree. As far as I know, though, and this is confirmed by La Rosa herself, it didn't even take place in the locker room. A lot of people got that misconstrued. It actually took place in the hotel room. It was not the locker room. So, according to La Rosa and other people that were actually there, they have since confirmed that it was actually in the hotel room. So it was not in public forum when it happened. It's still bad. It's still freaking bad. Yeah, I'm of the mind of give her the chance. Let's see what happens. Now, mind you, I also feel that way about other people as well, and hopefully this is kind of this kind of opens the door to people that may have done wrong in the past. I've been saying for years now, especially with all the information that has come out since, I think Marty Scurll is another one of those people that deserves another freaking chance in the industry. This could open the door for him to come back into the industry and him back into the fold. I think Austin Aries, who also has kind of defended his stuff and actually made sense, regardless of how much of a dick he was or not, maybe opens the door for him to come back into the wrestling fold in a full-time capacity. You know, and I'm talking specifically about guys, and you'll notice the theme here, guys that are super damn talented, that because of their past actions that they can never just break through the ceiling of what they did to each other, you know what I mean, or did to themselves and did to other people.
Or, people that weren't actually formally charged or accused, like Joey Ryan. Like, dude, why is he not getting another chance?
Yeah, true.
And yes, that was out of my mouth. Everybody calm the fuck down. Yeah, it's, and again, we're not trying to freaking herd the Me Too movement or whatever away, but it's Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments while I'm trying to talk. It's a bad decision-making process. Don't do that, folks. Fuck. But yeah, there are so many people that were social media charged with shit, whether or not it was actually proven. It's just ridiculous.
Yep.
And, Tessa's in that group. And I think that the bottom line is this. Even Anthem, who is, notoriously not known for their awareness of wrestling, politics, and drama, they wouldn't bring people back if it wasn't going to be, in their opinion, worthy of money revenue drawing and ticket sales, or pay-per-view buys or whatever. You're not going to bring somebody in because you think they're going to suck the air out of the company. This isn't the Vince McMahon era anymore, folks.
And this needs to go on the air with everybody. Like, they need to start bringing people back and, giving them a second chance when they reach the rock bottom and they more than serve their time for the just punishment, right?
There is no bigger proof that people need to hit rock bottom before they can come back up again than the other side of this camera.
Yeah.
It's been a 2024. A lot of us fell fucked to 2024, but here at the end here, things are starting to take an upturn. I don't see why anybody else shouldn't be given that same opportunity.
Yep. And again, like I'm mentioning other names too, but Michael Elgin's another one that, got accused of some heinous shit. He disproved all of it, by the way, in case people weren't keeping up with that. That's a huge thing that nobody is even talking about. And, this dude posted screenshot evidence of that being the case. And, the motherfucker's like getting 3 likes on Twitter for it, for exonerating himself. It's unbelievable.
Another good one's Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo as well. Enzo, and people already want him in AEW, and for Big Bill to split away from the learning tree and actually feud with them and then just shoot right up to the tag team titles at this point.
Yep.
In AEW. And again, with how Enzo's been working, you can't say he wouldn't fit like a glove in AEW anymore, because he sure as hell would. and I've been preaching that he has gotten so much better in that ring, just as much to the point where on the microphone, to the point where they are now even. It is not he's all mic and no in-ring ability. He is very even keel on both, and he is one of the better workers in the indie scene right now. He's actually one of the more underrated workers in the scene right now. He is vastly fucking improved. He deserves another chance. He not only deserves another chance, but after he exonerated himself from the bullshit that was said about him, he's more than earned another fucking chance. Adam Blompied is another recent example, a man who exonerated himself. How this guy is not being hired as a continuity writer in any wrestling company, especially in AEW, over Will Washington, boggles my fucking mind.
Oh, well, okay. I like Will, so I'm not going to agree with that necessarily.
I like Will too, but it doesn't change the fact that Adam is like 10 times the writer than him. You know?
I know, but that gets back to what we're talking about. They are not allowing. Can we get the Cruz family to calm the fuck down in the chat room before they all kill each other? Can we not? Like, Jesus Christ. Jesus.
No, because let Lee get out of bed and come whoop Walter on the camera. It's television, man. We'll give him the solo shot and everything as soon as I see her coming down the hall.
No, not again.
Chancla in hand.
But yeah, Adam, it goes back to what we were
Walter,
talking about.
I see a shadow.
Jesus. Adam's not going to be given a chance because he's got the monkey.
Why do I fall for that every time, dude?
You always think that is going to happen to you.
Jesus Christ! Both the show and the comments are off the rails now. This is nuts. Anyway, jeez. By the way, JJ, just really quick to talk about GCW. Stoner Brothers.
Nice. Oh, jeez.
Our buddies, the Commandos. Anyway, James, just get back to your point. But yeah, just it's not just Tessa that's going to have this on her, but Tessa's been given the chance to wipe the stain away and hopefully get her career and her life back on track.
Yep,
exactly. And
more people should.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, when you look at the world for the public guy, if it's on social media, you're chastised for life. That's just the way the world works anymore. They can't move away from that, and they just look at text as literal, and that's your point of no return. That's it, simple as that. And I, for one, don't believe in that. There's a reason why we all have a second chance in life. We're trying to give ourselves a second chance in life. We're not bound by what we've done. We are determined by what we continue to do. If Tessa Blanchard is brought in by TNA, whether it's by officials, whether by its own accord, then there has to be some goodwill or trust towards that. And yes, I know money talks, all right? Marketing, branding, business, damn it, blah, 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 blah. But it's just one of those things right now where I saw Tessa Blanchard, undeniable forever. I saw that era. She is a phenomenal talent. And the fact that she had that moment in her life that screwed her career quite literally down into the lowest parts of Mexico. No offense. It's one of those things where I was very sad for her. I thought that she was going to be like first ballot candidate for like the All Elite Wrestling Women's Division or a long-standing knockout in TNA. And that just wasn't the case. Now, whatever plagued her in the past, I don't think should plague her for the rest of her life. And I think this is proof of it. You guys know me. What do I always say? Protect your mentality. I have no notifications for social media. Hell, I barely go on there. I go, hello, this is the moment of wrestling. And also just to piss off James. Something! But also, and that was for you, by the way. That's the person putting that in the comments. But anyway, it's just one of those things where you have to look forward. You can't just constantly keep looking back. It's the only way we're all going to grow and succeed and just enjoy what we love in this life. And I think for Tessa Blanchard, she does love professional wrestling. Damn it. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. And Jordan Grace, Tessa Blanchard, Genesis, fuck yeah, please. There's my first women's match of the year. So again, I literally, unless I'm tagged Noah or sometimes everyone, and again, when everyone's just a news thing, I'm like, not looking. Sometimes I really only look at you guys when you say Noah just because you're trying to get some freaking schedule update from me. But it's just one of those things. Yeah, James, it's getting tired of that freaking 9-letter word.
Was that finger pointed at something just now? Or?
I swear to God, Jeff.
What the fuck?
I swear to fucking God.
But yeah.
I swear that's all I'm gonna hear in my fucking nightmares. I swear on my life, that's what I'm gonna hear.
Can't sleep. Something will get me. Can't sleep. Something will get me.
You fucking...
Stop it!
Oh, stop it! Know something. Know something. How about a specific thing? There are different words in the Webster's dictionary that we can use to describe and use adjectives for.
But yeah, I think Tessa Blanchard.
Something tells me we're into something good. I love you, James. It's okay.
Oh, okay. You don't.
Nice avatar, man. Nice avatar, man.
Oh yeah,
James,
Charles.
James.
Yeah.
James. This is karma because you're usually the guy that drives us off the rails.
This is fair. This is fair dues. How about fair dues, Mucker Feather? Here you go.
He's already done it once tonight. And yes, Charles, I did say something a lot. Something! Anyway, yeah, it's one of those things where we need to just see how this goes, where the fallout leads, and where the business. Yeah, it is going to be a long night. That is definitely for sure, Nestor. Something! Anyway, yeah, it's just one of those things right now where I'm just curious to see what happens on Thursday and how Jordan Grace confronts Tessa. Does Tessa show up in the building? Do we get a sit-down interview? I mean, Sami Callihan, for example, is still in TNA. What does Sami Callihan think about this, considering Sami was the one that Tessa had her biggest breakthrough feud with? Those two main events in Slammiversary over the freaking World Championship, and they fought later where Sami Callihan lost the TNA World Championship to Tessa Blanchard. So,
one of the greatest women's matches of all time, by the way.
Accurate.
Quote me.
It's one of those things where you shouldn't hold back a person's potential in life because of the acts they committed in their past if they're able themselves to grow from it. And does that have to be seen through the internet and the public's eye? Not necessarily all the time, because there's some stuff our curiosity doesn't need to be aware of. Not every single thing that happens in everybody's lives needs to be put out there in social media or put forward by what you deem as a reliable resource, which could be anything but that freaking word. So I'm just curious to see what Tessa Blanchard does next in TNA and what does it mean for TNA's Knockouts division going forward. And more importantly, Tessa Blanchard in life. Kudos to her that she's back, and I'm just going to go on with it. I don't live in the past, and I damn sure don't dictate things by what's on this. I look at what's on my screen, and that's about it.
Now, with that said, I do think if you're going to bring Tessa Blanchard back, you need to have La Rosa on the same roster. That does need to happen. She needs to be in the same employment place as Tessa does to really show that. And I really think, as uncomfortable as it might be, if Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins and CM Punk can prove this, you run with that feud and kind of, talk about the past there. I think you should run that. I think that's your program going in when Tessa eventually wins the belt. I think you have Tessa Blanchard versus La Rosa at a pay-per-view on TNA and have La Rosa overcome the odds and overcome the bully, right? And have her get her comeuppance, and Tessa puts La Rosa over because, a lot of people are saying, Tessa's great, and she is, don't get me wrong. La Rosa is super underrated.
Oh, damn right. And speaking of which, AJ and I called a match with her at ladies' night, and it was an absolute blast. But speaking of which, JJ, I heard a signal. What does that mean?
I was hoping somebody heard it because James talked over it.
Oh, my God. I don't hear anything. My apologies, by the way. So my phone is stupid because any sound effect that you play and any video that you play, it comes through my off the speakerphone for some reason. I don't understand why. So my apologies.
It's all good. Well, teleporting into the command center is none other than our other resident TNA correspondent, Datilla.
Hey, Nola.
Good timing for her to come in on this topic because we are discussing the
Noah.
return
I got you.
of Tessa Blanchard last night.
Yeah. And I basically spoke my piece, and James was speaking about choices in redemption, how people need to grow from the past to look towards what they can be worth to the business in the present. So, the ball's in your court, my friend. Now, what do you think of Tessa Blanchard crossing the line once again into TNA? And overall, what's your, not necessarily your reaction, your perception to it?
Well, first off, when I started watching TNA, it's July of 2020. Tessa Blanchard was still technically, well, she was not there anymore. She still was, but she hadn't gotten fired yet. So I didn't get to see Tessa's original run in TNA.
You need to.
I've been told I need to. Whatchamacallit? So, and I'm aware of the controversy that surrounds her. I'm aware of the way she went out from TNA. It's not the best way to go out. But her coming back, I mean, I know you say on social media, Noah, but if you've noticed that video of her attacking Jordan Grace, that got 1.5 million views.
Damn.
So, yeah, 1.5 million views, which I think is the highest TNA, the most viewed TNA video, I think. No, you can correct me if I'm mistaken, but it got 1.5 million views. So, and I don't know if you saw when she shoved Gia Miller.
She pie-faced her. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
see
she
that.
pie-faced her. So, like, I think, controversy aside, I'm not going to criticize anything. I'm going to let things play out and see how it goes. But I think that if they play her up as a heel, the heel that they don't want her there, and that she doesn't belong there, I think it would be a really great angle,
Yep.
So I'm just gonna let this play out and see how it goes.
Well, I'll tell you this much. It definitely was something with
Something!
It definitely was. Hey, you get that. It definitely was.
I like Jake something.
A moment when it happened, and I mean, I think.
Something! Speaking of something, I don't know if you heard Noah Hammerstone got injured, tore his knee.
Yeah, I thought about that. I mean, JJ and I were calling the Turkey Bowl match at Turning Point, and we noticed Hammerstone was hobbling. And then Walter talked about also how Hammerstone, again, he even noticed that. And I think it was lingering for a while. We just weren't aware about it. Coming to a playlist, Spotify near you. Kick Ass Karaoke Night will bring you something in every song.
Dude, Nestor, get the fuck out of my head. Seriously.
Well, I mean, to add, also,
Maybe that'll be January's theme.
to the Hammerstone thing too. Just to clarify, Hammerstone's knees have been absolutely screwed to the boot since his dynasty days with MJF. So they've been screwed up for a long time.
I mean, he's got knees worse in a shorter span than Hiroshi Tanahashi and Tetsuya Naito, and they've been wrestling like that the rest of their careers. And Tetsuya Naito, Tanahashi might literally retire January 4th if Evil gets his way. Fuck that shit. Otherwise, he's retiring January 4th, 2026. But anyway, back to our regular schedule programming. Again, bottom line, people, don't hold on to the past. Move forward, watch it, or don't. It's as simple as that, because Tessa is not you, nor you are her. You have no right to judge anybody besides yourself. And even you might be in the wrong and not realize it. It truly is as simple as that. Why do people have to make everything into something so
something?
Jeff, I don't want to get copyright pinged. Stop with that.
That's what I'm doing a couple seconds of it.
Okay,
Again,
but still.
people gotta make a big deal
out of, an action of the past and hold on to it for somebody for the rest of their lives, and not even that person. It's ridiculous. I love TNA. I love WWE. I love AEW. I enjoy all things wrestling, and I damn sure don't let social media or reporting dictate my fandom when I appreciate the workers and the environment. So again, wrestling is something, but
sweet Jesus Christ,
it's gonna be nonstop with controversy. Deal with it, or don't watch the program.
Yep,
Charles. There's only not because we didn't start the counter in time.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
yeah.
fair.
We're at 50 at this rate.
We're 50.
We're closer to 100.
I'm surprised James kept up with
right.
that. That's really good, man. Nice job. But yeah, and
I don't think he'd be
nice
serious.
job. Nice job.
It was being sarcastic, you fuck.
One of these times when we do it, JJ, Jeff, Dattila, Walter, and me need to all do it all at once. In fact, Walter, let's limit your mind. Let's do that real quick. So again,
Oh my
folks,
God.
this news story, it's one of those things that I'm sure you're going to have something.
No! No!
What's his name, Noah?
Guys.
What's his name?
Hold on. Let JJ speak, and then I'll answer that
Guys,
question.
Genesis is Sunday the 19th.
Yeah.
Shenanigans for the 18th. Songs with something in the title.
Yes.
That'll be our go-home show to Genesis.
It's gonna be the genesis of James's demise at this point. Jesus Christ!
No, because James will be here seating. He'll have to be part of it.
There's no shortage of music. Cause damn.
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
even the Beatles have the song something.
Something.
I have a. If we could get past the something isms here real quick.
Good luck with that.
I know. I do have
Doesn't work for me,
one.
brother.
And I think I have the perfect analogy as far as the Tesla thing that I want to kind of wrap this up in a bow before
That's fair,
JJ.
Well,
finishes
Walter
up.
hasn't spoke if he wants to speak, and I do have one or two other little things I want to say about it.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm done, to be fair.
I'm good because, like JJ, I kind of can't. I stopped watching TNA for a while, so I wasn't here for the whole Tessa reign. So I won't have. I'm just glad she's back and people can.
I hope
be
she
forgiven.
still has her original TNA theme, because that theme was a banger.
Yeah, it was.
That I've heard. I've heard her TNA theme. I like it too.
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
something,
good.
isn't it?
No.
Hey!
Oh God. Oh God.
All I was gonna add is the fact that
This is the greatest episode of my life.
from a business standpoint of things, it almost lends a little bit more credence to the heavy rumor of Jordan's contract expiring at the end of January, because they need another blockbuster woman to fill that void once she's gone. No disrespect to Masha, but she's not that kind of box office draw.
Although they're going to have a hell of a feud.
Yes, and I cannot wait for these two to thrash each other, because to JJ's point, Masha is recognized globally on the independent wrestling level, while to JJ's point, Jordan Grace at this point is now recognized globally at the top tier level.
Yeah, especially considering, if she wasn't prior, and this isn't a slight on Jordan, but if she wasn't prior, the minute she entered the Rumble this year, she automatically became on people's radar.
Yep.
And then you factor in the NXT-TNA partnership that's lasted a good 6 months this year. And again, don't know if it's still going on. Haven't really seen any crossovers as of late.
Me neither.
Maybe it was just a 6-month deal. Maybe it'll start to pick back up after the first of the year. They didn't want to double book talents with the holidays and everything. Maybe that's what it is. But we'll find out probably come the Raw on Netflix or New Year's Evil, if there's still a partnership, if things are going to go on, because Jordan Grace potentially debuting as an official WWE superstar could very well be on the horizon. We've had Mickey, we've had Jordan as Knockouts champion. Masha as Knockouts champion in the Rumble is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
If, for whatever reason, they hotshot Tessa into the title picture and have her dethrone Masha at Genesis, I'm not asking for that.
No.
But then you could potentially have Tessa in the Rumble. And I was talking to James about this last night. Am I the only one here who wants to see Tessa Blanchard versus Charlotte Flair?
Nope.
Absolutely not. You kidding me?
That's the dream
Flair
match.
and
Considering
Eloise,
both
dude.
of their parents were horsemen.
Yeah, literally, it's a horseman feud. Generational.
Oh, you could literally build the whole Horseman faction with Tessa Blanchard, Charlotte Flair, Teal Piper, and Rachel Ellering. I've been advocating
You
that for
literally
years.
fantasy booked that one point a while
Yes,
back.
yes, I did.
So it's just I'm all about second chances also.
I am. Yeah.
You know, and I'm surprised and pleased that Jeff brought Joey's Ryan name into this because nothing was ever proven against him.
Yeah.
People accused, but nothing was ever proven. In fact, he did a long YouTube video showing his innocence.
Mm-hmm.
And he still can't sniff his way around a locker room. Hell, he got fired from Disneyland because of the shit that he supposedly did.
Yeah.
Disneyland or Disney World?
Disneyland. He was working at the Jungle Cruise out here.
Oh.
He's a SoCal boy through and through.
It's okay to I confuse the two too, but I also just want to say this: we are not in any way chastising anybody for the decisions you choose and how you judge these people. We're just trying to encourage you to rethink how you may judge somebody for something that they for something that they did.
You know, and the phrase keeps coming up about, you know, need to not look to the past, need to keep moving forward. And Jeff, will you do me the honors?
Oh, wow.
Meet the Robinsons.
She knows that, but not Back to the Future. Somewhere
Jeff,
there's a good and a bad in there. Around here, however, we don't look backwards very long. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. And that, my friends, comes from Walt himself.
Hey, that's such a really cute movie. So I like Meet the Robinsons.
Okay,
It's my favorite of the modern era.
Yeah, she's redeemed to the casa now as far as movies. We're good now. We're
When
good.
I was once a wee lad, I remember that movie. I always thought it had like a dark undertone in the beginning, but it was a nice little bow at the end. It's one of those super Pixar movies that people I don't think talk about a lot or acknowledge. So respect.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. Sorry.
What?
The Disney thing that my brother just said.
Yeah, Disney World is in Orlando and Disneyland is
The
here in
word
Cali.
no, but the word Orlando's in it. ORL and then land LA. So you think of California. That's how you don't confuse the two.
Oh, that's
brilliant.
clever. I didn't think about that as well.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
Knowing's half the battle.
good conversation here about Tessa. I knew it was going to be a lengthy one.
And again, I still wanted to add one point to
Go
wrap
ahead.
this up in a bow. So I want people to give this some food for thought too, because this occurred to me as we were discussing this. If everybody that had held people like Tessa Blanchard and Austin Aries, Michael Elgin and Marty Scurll and Joey Ryan even to the same standards, even though they exonerated their innocence, right? If you were to hold that same accountability towards Eddie Guerrero, would he have become the household legend he did?
Probably not.
Fuck no. And he could tell you, and you've heard him say it first and foremost, he was a mess back in the early 2000s. He was a mess. And it was bad, how bad of a mess it was, how domestically bad it was. And for him to crawl out of that darkness, he wouldn't have ever gotten that chance if people did not, crawl out of it. If they didn't give him the chance, he we wouldn't have gotten the legend of Eddie. So just keep that in mind when you come out with the freaking pitchforks all the time, you know?
Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some people get second, third, fourth, fifth chances. So
Yeah.
Wait,
Seriously.
Walter, what did you just say?
He did not say something. He said some
No.
people.
Oh, okay.
He
good
did.
man.
He did.
He said some people. Good deal.
Wait, James, what did you just say?
That
Use retort. JJ host.
Okay.
Okay. Again, solid conversation. We're gonna take a commercial again. Run the watch along trailer one more time.
Yeah.
When we come back, before we get to some of the other topics that I have to discuss, we're gonna do a brand new thing on the show.
Something new?
Yeah.
This is my own personal hell.
James, I will have you know I did my damnedest to tap dance around that word.
Oh, I know, and I appreciate it.
But yes, we're gonna do
that.
New thing.
We're gonna do that which we have never done before.
Okay.
Yes.
We actually have a video question that was submitted. Emmanuel came to me in private on the Instagrams, and he asked me, how much would it cost for a video question? Because he really wanted to kind of explain where he was coming from in the question. And being as how we've never done this before, I mean, I remember back in the day when Open Mic Night started, there was a tier to come on and discuss your topic, but it's been so long and nobody bid on that I forgot what we had that. I asked him, I was like, what do you think is fair?
Right.
And he quoted me $10. And I was like, all right, $10 it is. Like, but send it to my PayPal. That way I can have that money now for Christmas shopping and stuff.
Yay.
Right.
So let this be an open invitation to anybody out there that views the show. If you would ever like to submit a video question, it is a $10 donation. PayPals are traditionally in the description, or if you have donated before, you should have it saved. But we will bring your video question up and we will then discuss the topic. So when we return from this trailer break, we will get Emmanuel's topic video question and we will then discuss it before we move on to our other conversation pieces for the night.
Yes,
we
yes.
will return.
And now for a taste of things to come.
I tell you what, that trailer is always something.
Something!
But also,
Yeah, I feel like I'm listening to a superhero movie soundtrack.
yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? But again, folks, here we encourage all the wrestling, 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 all the professional wrestling Damn it! And combat sports and other forms of sports and other stuff too.
I swear to God.
You know, Noah, I don't know if you would agree with me, but Jinx
I
should have won that match.
Oh God, I can't stop it.
Now that is something. Hey, Tatula, what's his name?
Something!
Say his name and drive James nuts.
We should all say Jake something.
You should all say. You motherfuckers. No, you know what? I'm exposing this shit. I don't give a fuck. So first of all, it's on the video, so I can't escape the actual video. Then you motherfuckers in the comment section, you decide to just flood the comment section with this shit. You just couldn't stop saying the damn word. And then, as we're on the break, I go to check the private chat, and this fucking Attila goes, he's like, it's a bird, it's a plane, and then Walter says the goddamn word. I can't escape this shit. I can't escape it. And I'm too tired. I'm in a fever dream. I swear to God, I'm too tired. I want to go to bed.
Let's try to reel this back in. Again, we have a new feature. It's not going to be a regular thing because I'm sure we're not going to get people donating $10 on a weekly basis to ask a video question.
Yeah.
At least for this week, we have a new feature. We're going to cut to Emmanuel's video question. It's 3 minutes long. And please, I did watch it once to listen to it.
Okay.
But if he says the word, don't unmute yourself to say the gimmick because we need to hear the question.
Yes.
I promise. Yep.
Okay.
So,
Well,
here is Emmanuel Dominguez
There
and
you go.
his video comment.
All right.
Baby Jesus.
Good night, Saturday night Shenanigans, and this is Emmanuel Dominguez. My question about you today is about the Rhea Ripley booking. As we know, in War Games, we have Rhea Ripley pin Liv Morgan. For me, I thought Io Sky should have gotten that pin to build up Saturday night main event, but we didn't get that. And we have Monday Night Raw, Rhea versus Raquel in a hardcore match, and Rhea won. And I feel bad for Raquel because she's supposed to be a bodyguard. We're supposed to believe that she could beat Rhea, and she couldn't get that. Like, it makes Liv look dumb. Like, it feels like, why do you have Raquel as a bodyguard if she can't even defeat your biggest enemy in Rhea? And right now, it's like, it feels like, if we're going to have Rhea business live at WrestleMania, it's like, why do I even invest my time and effort in any storyline they have for Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and care about those women who face Liv? If the end game is about Rhea regaining that title, it's getting that frustrating, and wonder where we're going to lead, because Liv has improved a lot since her Riot Day Squad days, and she was the first woman to get eliminated the quickest, and that's how much not faith they had in Liv that we needed a Money in the Bank cash in for her to even win the title. And that's what's so bad about her title reign, that it was forgettable. It's not talked about that much. Like, wow, look at that Liv Morgan title reign, and now she gets her second shot as a champion, and is feeling flat again. Look at the Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan match. It felt flat. I don't know if Dakota Kai is not ready for the Intercontinental Championship picture yet, or it's just Liv, feeling flat as the main eventer, because right now they had the Sonya Deville faction interfere, and she couldn't even get a clean win against Dakota Kai. And she's supposed to be your main champion, that she can't win cleanly, and it's good. It's kind of frustrating. And my sister fears that people are going to turn on Rhea, and I don't know what you guys think, but that's what I want to say right now because I don't want to ramble. But what do you guys think?
So a lot to digest, a lot to take in there, you know.
Mhm.
Emmanuel didn't want to ramble, but he kind of did go on for a little bit. But basically, I believe what he's trying to get across is the fact that Liv and her title run, they've been making booking decisions that don't make her look like a strong champion. You know, PFC had to get involved in the match with Dakota Kai. She's not strong enough that she can't beat someone that's trying to win the Intercontinental Championship on her own. You know, her bodyguard, Raquel, can't get a victory over Rhea. Why is she your bodyguard if she can't even beat your adversary?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just seems like the title run is falling flat again. And he seems like him and Arlene are afraid that Rhea's going to end up getting turned on by the fans because of Liv's shitty booking. Now, we all know how I feel about Liv Morgan.
Hashtag twat waffle.
Hashtag twat waffle. That is a thing that became a thing on the predictions.
How did that become a thing from your mind as something? Something!
Oh God! I thought I was past it.
Jeff will actually attest to this. That's something that I've used for a while. I don't even remember where I initially picked up on it, but twat waffle is something that I have used for a bit. Yes, Jeff.
It was from my dad and I. Actually,
Oh, okay.
I remember
so the meat shift men are the ones to blame for that.
We are always at fault for the words
as long
and the
as
song.
as long as it's not a blue waffle, we're good. All right, don't look that up.
Wow, no, yeah, do not Google that right now.
But anyways, everyone knows how I feel about Liv. But I will say this much, and I said this with Walter when we were doing Saturday night's main event.
Blue waffle?
Don't ask questions, bud. Don't ask the questions.
Guys.
All right, hold on. Let JJ
make his
point.
point.
My brain's confused.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
The problem with Liv is that she's a Mick Foley-esque champion. She does not have long-term champion in her future, period. She is the type of person that is not going to catch the ball in the end zone and run it for a touchdown. That's not Liv Morgan. She is the type of person that you can pass the ball to and will run out of bounds, get you that first down. Every title run I have seen with her has started strong, and then after a couple of defenses, she gets exposed and her reign falls flat. Every championship, and I don't care if it's a tag title run or if it's been her women's championship runs, it's the same thing.
Same old song.
A lot of Liv's heat in this run was the fact that she had Dom. And I don't know if the rumors are true or not, but if they are, and if Dom's wife, fiance, had issues for how close him and Liv were getting on camera, that killed all of her heat. Because they've backed off on the mushy stuff with her and Dom to the point where Dom is now even starting to get cheered slightly on camera. He's not getting those overwhelming boos like he used to. Raquel coming in and joining her did absolutely no favors for her. Granted, I'm glad Raquel is heel because I've said for the longest time I didn't buy her as a babyface. Her smile looked fake to me. So now that she's being a heel and she's being that badass, I'm all for that. But being with Liv isn't doing her any favors. Datilla, as Emmanuel's question was going, I saw you reacting a lot in the bubble. So please speak on it.
Well, I don't know if you prefer for me to say his name in English or in Spanish, but let me know if you prefer it. But I agree with a lot of that Emmanuel was saying. I'm just so over the Liv Rhea feud. Like, we all know Rhea's gonna take the title. They might as well just give it back to her. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I have not liked this feud because Rhea keeps getting the upper hand here. Like, if you want me to get invested in this feud, why not give Liv the upper hand? The fact that Raquel Rodriguez couldn't get past Rhea Ripley, and really, like, I'm just so over it. I'm just so over this feud because of the way it's being booked. You know, it's like Rhea keeps getting the upper hand, yet you expect me to believe that Liv and Raquel are a threat to Rhea. Like, I'm just not invested anymore in this feud. I'm just so over it. So, and I agree with a lot of points that Emmanuel said. You know, like, why save it for WrestleMania? Just do it on the Netflix debut and just have Rhea take her title back, because it's like what, Rhea beat Raquel. Okay, she beat Raquel. She could easily beat Liv. It's so over like this feud. Like, how does Rhea keep getting the upper hand when there's two of them and only one of her?
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I agree with a lot of what he said. It's like, I'm just not invested in that feud. I don't care anymore. Just give the title back to Rhea and move on.
Yeah.
But then to Emmanuel's follow-up super chat, and thank you, Emmanuel, for the $2. Who can beat Rhea? Like, you're turning her into a John Cena-esque unbeatable force. Everybody turned on John Cena because he was beating all these people that should have been beating him. You know? There were so many names on the come up that should have beaten Cena, and Super Cena had to save the day. And that's kind of the way they're starting to book Rhea, to his point, is to what you just said. There are two of them, and Rhea's still winning. If nothing else, the numbers game should be on their side.
Exactly.
Even if one of them is the size of a toothpick, they still got the numbers game. And those two still have the rest of the Judgment Day. So there's 6 of them.
Oh. There was
on
6
one.
of them. Jesus.
Like, honestly, like, I have not liked the new Judgment Day's booking. And you can make the same argument for Damian Priest. How does he get the upper hand when there's 4 of them?
Yeah, man. It's not great. It's not great.
So, I'm just so over that feud. Just give the belt back to Rhea and be done with it. That we all know that's where it's going. I don't know how much more they can drag this out. Just do the match on the Netflix debut.
I don't have a way to raise my hand, but if I may interject next, JJ.
Go for it. You can always put in the private chat.
That is true. Although I'm scared I might run into something there too.
Something!
Fuck. I did that to myself.
You did.
I did that to myself.
And now you go to the naughty corner for 5 minutes.
No. Okay. So with this whole Judgment Day crap, and that's really what it is. I think the problem is they thought that they could continue it the way they continued it and thought they could stick with the Judgment Day name. I really think the Judgment Day should have just been discontinued. Seriously, I think that's where a lot of these problems are coming from. Genuinely, I think it's more than outstayed its welcome at this point. I think that is the problem. If Rhea got the belt back, I don't think people would bat an eye. I really don't. I don't think it's going to be one of these things where, Rhea Ripley is getting the championship back and then she's going to get booed because of how Liv was buried. Firstly, the whole idea of Rhea getting the belt and the way she got the belt was for her to get that, prick heel heat, that cheap heat, that, oh, wow, she can't get anything done by herself. And, she won't defend the title one-on-one. She always puts herself into scenarios where she doesn't have to put the belt against the line on Rhea. So when eventually she does get that one-on-one match with Liv Morgan, it's going to be all that more sweeter when she eventually does get it. If for no other reason than finally we can move on from this nonsense. That's part of, I think, the mentality there. But I think the reason why people are so over it is that there's so many people involved in this that should be utilized way better, that I think the Judgment Day's name is actually an anchor as opposed to lifting this group up together. And that's truly what I think is the problem here. I think it's the Judgment Day name and not the people within the Judgment Day. I think if you were to literally, the Judgment Day were to end at SummerSlam and they came up with a new name altogether, like, as stupid as it sounded, they honestly should have gone with Street Trash, because at least it wouldn't have been the Judgment Day and at least it wouldn't have been an albatross around their neck. And then I think you avoid a lot of those problems with how everybody's been utilized, as opposed to, how Liv in particular has been utilized. Because I think the way Liv has been utilized in her role this has actually been her best title reign to date. That's not saying much, as JJ said, because look at what she had to work with prior to that. But, in this particular case, she was great in the role of being a chicken shit heel that you couldn't wait to finally see her lose the belt in. And eventually that's going to happen. I just hope it doesn't happen until... I hope she just wins the belt on the Raw on Netflix and move on. I don't think it could stretch to WrestleMania. That much I do agree with. I think it's long outstayed its welcome. So... no, I don't think we're in a Cena situation, because I really don't think people are going to bat an eye at this point.
My thing is, just to piggyback on that real quick, because while you were talking, I thought of this. But I think my biggest issue with Liv and her booking, and again, I'm not trying to go down the completely negative path. I'm trying to be a good boy here.
Yes.
But I think my biggest issue with her booking is that they keep trying to do this, for lack of a better term, David versus Goliath type of thing. They try to put Liv, who in this instance, I'm not trying to shortchange, but they're trying to put Liv, who is the weaker individual, against these big, dominant monster women. First, it was Ronda Rousey, and now it's Rhea Ripley. If she was feuding and in programs with people that weren't as monstrous, I don't think it would be as big of a deal. If she was in a feud with Chelsea, if she was in a feud with Candice, if she was in a feud with Kaden or Katana, I don't think it would be as big of a deal, because it's more evenly matched.
Yo.
But they keep trying to do this David Goliath thing by having Liv versus Ronda, Liv versus Rhea, and you expose her way too much.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think the fault is.
Yeah.
And I see Jeff nodding his head like he agrees with me, so I'll get the hot tag to my dad's cohort and let him verbalize and pontificate on this, if you will.
So let me talk to you. No, sorry. Wrong euphemism.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, here we go. What have I started? Gonna be starting. Never mind. Anyway. I see. I'm in a minority, maybe in this room. I'm not sure who else dislikes Liv to the degree that JJ does. I like Liv. I really do, and I like Michael Cole pointing out that she's in the running to be not just female wrestler of the year on a lot of different like sites, publications, whatever, but wrestler of the year. She's had a hell of a year as far as the way her character has evolved and grown and caught on with the people.
Mm-hmm.
But Emmanuel's right. Like, her booking has been hot garbage as champion. They had the graphic on Saturday's main event. She's made 5 defenses, and they haven't been strong by any means. There's a lot that could be holding her down, and it is. The problem is she still has such an upside that she's not completely being dragged down by the albatross like McDonough has. Like Carlito being involved in it, it's dragging him down even. He's part of the dragging down, but he's even further down than he was when he came back.
Yeah.
Balor's in big danger of just being completely fucking irrelevant at this point. He needed to take the fall because Priest still needs to be that guy. So he needed to take the fall tonight. I have no problem with that, but I have a very distinct feeling he and JD are going to lose the titles Monday night to the Vikings or the War Raiders, whatever the fuck they're calling those guys this week. So where do they go? I think James is pretty spot on. Not only does the Judgment Day name kind of run its course, the faction has run their course.
Yep.
The whole point of it was Edge elevating the younger guys, and he did that. But then he was removed from the group. And they were allowed to carry on, and they did very well for a long time. But now they're not. So I think the Liv Rhea thing is a microcosm of the overall problem with the Judgment Day's continued existence is what really it comes down to. So I am curious to see what happens on the January 6th round. We already know we're getting a tribal combat match, which is awesome. That's long fucking overdue.
Yes.
Should it be at Mania? Probably. Do they want to have the Raw on Netflix fire off like gangbusters and possibly have the Raw get involved there? Yeah. Yep.
Brand split, LOL, but I get it.
Well, not even brand split, LOL, because the WWE having a live broadcast on Netflix is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like, they should have everybody. They should have everybody there. And speaking of everybody, when we're all done throwing this around, I have a response to why a particular legend wasn't at the Nassau Coliseum tonight, but we'll get there.
Yeah, let's not forget, Noah, that as far as brand split, LOL, they are doing the Superstar shakeup right now to try to reset the rosters for the Netflix debut because there's certain superstars Netflix wants on Raw.
Keyword Netflix. All right.
Are we going to the Netflix premiere, or am I the only one going?
I ain't got $500 to buy 2 tickets in the nosebleed section.
Hey, the further back you sit, the cheaper they get.
Yeah, what I said. Yeah. $241 was the cheap section. That was the last section.
And the Intuit is deceptively large. That you're gonna be sitting up there in weighty fuck next to parts unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm good. Like, and
I'm going to be sitting there in 26.2 miles outside parts unknown.
You read my freaking mind. I swear to God, dude.
JJ, do me a favor and move me and James real quick.
What about New Year's Evil?
The two of us have a more important thing to do on January 6th, like celebrate a certain somebody's birthday. So we're going to be doing that on that Monday. As far as New Year's Evil, because of the location, you can put us back now. Because of the location alone, I want to go because I've never been to the Shrine Auditorium, and that's a really fucking historic place. So I might go to that. Might.
I really want to go to that. It depends on how much tickets are. It depends on if I can afford it. I mean, tickets aren't on sale yet, and it's only a couple of weeks away. So, like, the ability for me to come up with that money unfortunately is very slim at this point. But Natalie did stop by for a few moments this evening as her and her mom were in the area, and I asked her, "Did you watch SmackDown last night?" She said no. I told her, January 6th, Raw Netflix debut, Intuit Dome, Los Angeles, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa, Tribal Combat. She was like, holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
On my birthday?
Yeah,
Like,
on
yeah.
her birthday, man. Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
So, of course,
better hope Rocky doesn't.
So again, if anybody would like to donate $500 to my PayPal, that's the only way that my daughter is getting that for her birthday.
Yeah, no, seriously though. But yeah, the Shrine. Sorry, for NXT, they used to host the Oscars, the Grammys. It's such a historic cool venue. My dad went to the Oscars at the Shrine, so it's fucking
I've never
cool.
been there either. I've never been to the Shrine.
I really want to go just for the historical thing. Yes, NXT's there, and NXT at the Shrine's a lot better than NXT in fucking Bakersfield. So I'll take that shit any day.
I mean, you're talking about Bakersfield.
What's that, Jay?
Said I almost wish they were going to be at the Olympic.
Either the Olympic or back at the Palladium, like they had that one house show. Because I'd like to go to the Palladium and see an NXT show, and that'd be a cool little setting for a TV taping or a TV event.
Well,
but again,
but you think about the history in LA at the Olympic Auditorium, and that's why
I don't know if they're running wrestling at the Olympic anymore, though. I think the people that run the Olympic now are purposely not having that now because they haven't been wrestling there in a hot minute.
Really?
I don't know that though. I'm just guessing. But anyway,
I haven't been to an NXT show since NXT Takeover War Games 2 in 2018.
Me neither. So, but anyway, did we run that around the horn?
No, we did not. We still need to get
carry on.
Walter and Noah, I believe.
Yes.
So whichever. Let's go to Noah first. He seems like he's a little bit bored on the topic. Noah.
What? Oh, right. We're speaking about something on Raw.
Something!
Oh, God.
Okay, so
it.
Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. Let's see. What do I have to say about Champion? I care far less about than Mariah May, Masha Slamovic, Safina, and even Nia Jax at this point. Let me see. Battle of David vs. Goliath, never any story from the Liv Smith video. Well, when you literally book your women's division around two women and you make the smallest one work better against a giant, even though you can't beat her on the worst day, I suppose what you're stuck with. Anyway, in all seriousness, I mean, they pigeonhole themselves. What are you going to do? You're going to circle around back to Becky Lynch until Julia shows up. Maybe Julia beats Rhea Ripley, or they finally push Roxanne Perez and Roxanne beats Liv Morgan, like how freaking AJ Lee, lost to Paige when she first called up. Raw has no clear direction. It's as simple as that. They've literally stuck themselves. And then you talk about extra bodies in a faction. There's Finn, there's JD, there's Dom, there's Liv, and Carlito's there too. So it's one of those things.
JD's head.
Yeah, JD's head. That's stuff for two people. Anyway, it's one of those things, though, where literally they have no direction and they're not trying any other direction. There's a reason why they create a mid-card women's title on Monday Night Raw for every other potential singles competitor because they don't know how to use them or book them. Tell me when I'm telling lies. At the end of the day, Monday Night Raw, it is what it is when it comes to the women's division and the championship and Liv Morgan being, at this point, less interesting to me than Nia Jax, because at least I know what Nia Jax's direction involving Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Yay. So, I mean, at this point, you watch it or you don't. I mean, heck, I still don't watch Raw. I look at highlights. The only thing relevant to me on Monday Night Raw is Gunther. Who's he smashing? Who's he chopping? Oh, he pinned Finn Balor? Well, saw that coming. It's one of those things where you got to look at the fact of who's the most marketable. Who's the one that you have to always have run over in the end? And in the term of long-term storytelling, hey, Liv Morgan's never had a WrestleMania main event. So maybe they're trying to finally get her that. And that's the time she loses it. It's the constant with Rhea Ripley, too. I mean, she's won the title at 39. She won the title at 37. And she won the title at 40. So, and Becky Lynch is probably going to come back soon. They probably will intercept Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley on the way there just to push ticket sales. they haven't built nobody else. So what else can you expect? You got to do something with that championship. At the end of the day, the championships on the heels of WWE in the world picture, they're used as placeholders to build long, drawn-out, dramatic stories where the babyface prevails over them in the end. The difference is Roman Reigns actually evolved over freaking 4 years. Liv Morgan is still the same damn state. So, I mean, I don't really have much to say. I honestly have not cared since Liv Morgan won the championship that I saw live at SummerSlam. Like I said, SummerSlam was a night of moments, not great matches. So I really don't care to say anything else about this at this point, but I do know this. If Raw wants to become interesting for me again, you need to freaking reevaluate this women's division and give it some damn respect, not another damn championship that might be treated even less than this.
No, I just want to ask you, do you think they're trying to purposely lame duck the last couple weeks of Raw so they can come out on the 6th with just freaking banger after banger for those 3 hours and make us go, oh shit, that's why they've been so stale. They wanted to shoot all the fireworks off now.
I mean, hey, they better impress Netflix, so they might lose their deal quicker than they did with Fox.
True.
You can only hope.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, at this point, if they were to do Liv and Rhea on the Raw Netflix debut and try to move the title, I don't know if I would be happy with Rhea getting the belt back. I would almost be sitting there waiting for it's Tiffy time and a cash in on a weekend Rhea Ripley.
The only other thing. Yeah. I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head, JJ. Go ahead.
They should do.
Did he reroll?
I think he did. No, I was trying to avoid holding up. That's what they should do. Noah, everybody's hit it. The Raw women's division is staler than Cheerios after a week.
That's saying something.
They need to hit something.
Something!
God damn it. No, James, that was not, I swear to God, I was not trying that.
I know.
So hold on. Hold on. Jeff, JJ, speak. You rerolled for a second. You okay, bro?
No.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. He'll be back. He's rebooting. It's all good.
I just want to make sure. Continue.
Stop it. I'm trying to make a point while he's going. Stop.
The women's division is scaler than Cheerios after a week.
After a week. Yes.
True.
They need to do an alternative. And the alternative is having Tiffy cross over. Because for me, her and Nia is not money. It's not.
Nope.
So rather than make us wonder how they're going to pay that off when it really doesn't need to be paid off, at least for my money. For crossover. Have everybody think Rhea's going to finally get the moment, finally get one over on Liv. And she does. Whoops, just kidding. Here, it's Tiffy time. And then we get Tiffany on the road to WrestleMania as the champion. And then maybe that's when we get the return of Charlotte, the return of Becky Lynch, the Rhea Ripley wanting that revenge. And maybe we get a multi-person situation for the championship instead of just these, I have to have a one-on-one because it has to be. No, it doesn't have to be. I have been the guy for years that says I hate triple threats, I hate, four ways, whatever. I'm okay with it now as long as the story is there and it's built in and it means that we get a decent story. It is really hard to dance around that word, by the way. It is a microphone.
I told you.
Can I interject?
There you go. There you go. That a girl. Yes.
I caught myself for a second there.
Brilliant.
Yes.
But how can Tiffany cash in without her money in the bank?
Look at that.
Look at that.
Is awesome.
You got the merch. Well, I know who's going to cash in their thought now that his technology won't drop him won't freaking, try and screw him up again. JJ, please resume what you were saying a moment ago, because at this point, according to Jeff's spots, the only other big thing you could do, Liv Morgan pisses off Raquel chokes on her for the announce table. You build a sub feud out of that, and maybe you get Diesel and Shawn Michaels reinvented. Because, Raquel should be a badass heel, but if even her alone can't beat Rhea Ripley under no rules, why the fuck should I buy into it?
Yeah. And as far as the chat, if Rhea's going to win either of the contender stipulation matches, it should be the Chamber. She's already won the Rumble. I'm good on that. Have her in the Chamber. Yeah.
Is that the
Make it a
accolades?
birthday present to me. It's my birthday anyway. I can watch it from home. Watch Rhea win her first chamber match. I'm here for it.
Yeah, just give her all the accolades, all the accolades, all
Oh,
the
fuck, he
accolades.
rewrote again. Holy balls. Okay. Well,
He's stuck in the darkness, so he's going to
All
have
right.
to figure out something else to get that internet.
Walter, go ahead and make your
Something.
Damn it. Walter, go ahead and make your point about the Rhea Liv question from Emmanuel while we're waiting for JJ to.
Liv, it's not that I don't care about her. It's not that I don't like her. She's just a victim of circumstance and a victim of booking. Charlotte's injury kind of screwed it up, and then Becky having to take some time off. If she had more kind of like cards in the deck, maybe her run wouldn't have gotten so stale because they're just so focused on Rhea. But I like your idea. Have Rhea win the chamber and go against Nia and like flip the whole thing. Like let her get away from Liv. Let them separate.
The whole point of the Superstar Shakeup is to shake things up. That's what they meant. We're gonna shake things up again in that big freaking creepy voice of his. But let's do that.
Yeah.
Actually make the words mean what they're actually supposed to mean.
Yes.
Exactly. I would
So-
believe.
Okay.
I would believe Liv more as if she would have been the Intercontinental Champion instead of that World Champion, and just get her out of that title scene. Because
See, I don't even mind her being in the World Championship picture. It's just the freaking top of the mountain. It smells like day old bread because it's just there's nothing happening up there anymore. They need to do some. They need to do a different. They need to take a different approach. God damn it. Anyway, while you were away, JJ, I was going to remind everybody. Everybody was talking about, how are Jesse Ventura and Hulk Hogan going to get along? It's his main event. He wasn't working in Long Island, brother. He was in Tampa.
I know.
At the other TKO event tonight.
That don't surprise me.
yeah,
You know what though?
Fittingly, Kobe got his ass handed to him.
He did. And you know what? If TKO is still okay with promoting him as part of the brand or having him as a brand, on a brand event, and they don't have to worry about him and Jesse getting nasty with each other, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I said it a couple weeks ago, I am gonna forever have a problem separating Terry from Hulk, but I am a fan of Hulk Hogan's on-screen stuff. So that's where I will be a fan. If he wants to promote his beer and Dana wants to put up, hell, most of Dana's friend circle these days I ain't too happy with anyway. So UFC can have him, and Walter and James can have fun lampooning the fact that his red yellow ass is at the events.
I guess he'll finally have something that works for him.
Oh, God damn it.
Anyway, JJ, welcome back.
But
JJ.
Liv needs to get away
It's
from
flying
that.
across.
Rhea and let her switch. But yeah, let me let JJ go before something else happens.
Yeah, don't jinx him. Bing.
I had said what I wanted to say as far as the thing.
I just want to make sure you're not because when you were going to reply to me, you went re-row. So we were making sure you're no longer re-rowing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, but I like the fact that maybe you have Rhea win the chamber and switch over because you need. Look how you're treating Naomi, who maybe she finally, maybe she can finally be the one that attacked Jade, and now she has a resurgence, and then she'll do that. But look, you got her sitting there, and you had Jade, you had Bianca. Like there was no brand split, anyways. You should have had those interactions with Liv. It's just Liv, Raquel, Rhea. Liv, Raquel is like rinse, repeat, and that's what is getting stale. But it's not Liv herself, the human. It's just
Character.
she's a victim of booking and circumstance. So it's not her fault. It's not that I don't like her.
Nobody's fault. You pick on actually negatively chastising and roasting the people. No, I am chastising and roasting the booker. At the end of the day, it is the booking of said character that has at fault here, not the competitors that still get paid either way.
Yeah, totally. I don't have a problem with Liv. I like Liv. I just don't like her booking in this title reign.
I think once she finally loses a title, it'll be a lot better where she goes. And when we get Charlotte and all these people back, and the superstar shakeup happens, they really need to shake the female division up and bring some NXT people up to Raw and SmackDown so that we actually get Roxanne on Raw. These people, we get some new blood in there, interject. You know, you get a
There's
shot in the arm.
JJ. I put NXT above Raw and SmackDown to the point I look at the highlight reel every week, unlike the other two shows. Congratulations again.
There's also a reason why he put NXT above the Knockouts.
Oh,
He did. This is true. Did
Yeah,
we ever
to
think we'd be clamoring
without-
for Charlotte's return?
To tell about the likes of Kylan King and Killer Kelly right now, and the fact that Monster pretty much smashed the top competitors in the Knockouts division, although I didn't expect the Diamond to show up. The Knockouts need some fresh meat to give to the champion, if you know what I mean. Why Roxanne got at least 15 targets that you can look at that can breathe on her neck, and she's got a date once again with Beautiful Madness at New Year's Evil.
you know, I did say when I reviewed Deadline. I have to remember it's Deadline, not Dateline.
Chris Hansen.
The problem
couple.
You need more heel fighting champions instead of those people that don't defend. You need a heel that runs around, defends their title all the time. Do what Jordan did with the Knockouts title. Rhea could have did that, defended it in Bliss, defended all this stuff, and just been a badass. Then we would have been like, oh, look, her title runs on. But the fact that it's just every defense every now and then, and she got to cheat to win and needs Raquel. If you win as a badass and just win without all the cheating and all, then you'll be more believable. Heel or not.
Hell, Roman
like,
Reigns eventually did that, and I finally acknowledged him. But anyway, Dattila, you were trying to make a point, and then I see JJ, of course, was trying to take back his shells. Dattila, continue about Deadline.
Yeah, Deadline. I even said on my Deadline review that I think that the women of NXT can give the Knockouts a run for their money.
Yeah.
Okay, I said that's just it. You guys want me to review NXT? You don't even watch.
No.
To be fair, not counting Deadline, the last few shows prior to that you were supposed to review, you didn't review because something came up. So I wasn't even sure you were going to do Deadline.
If you watched every week, you probably would have put it above and not say give it a run for money. But you know, you only watch every now and then.
Oh, Walter with the cheap shot there.
I mean, is it
all
cheap or
that
is it
needs to
fair?
be said, Dattila, is that Noah, as huge of an advocate as he has been for TNA in the Knockouts division, has bumped NXT's women's division above it.
For now.
That says a lot about my NXT.
But when Killer Kelly comes back, it probably will be a different story because I need Killer Kelly versus Masha Slamovich in my life for that TNA Knockouts World Championship.
I need Kylan King versus Masha Slamovich.
That too, but she's also out injured. Killer Kelly is actually a mother, a real mommy, unlike Rhea Ripley.
As long as we get Stephanie Valkyrie versus Tessa Blanchard, I'm happy, man.
Well, Stephanie Valkyrie, well, I mean, again, NXT TNA, there's a real possibility.
Very real possibility.
That could be something to happen. Something!
I'm still waiting on AJ Styles to go back to TNA. I'm gonna get
He
old.
was supposedly backstage last night at Finals Resolution.
Yep.
A small step to him. Hopefully,
if they're in Atlanta are not that far.
If AJ
but you know what though?
Styles shows up and I hear get ready to fly, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I am.
Dude, let it be at the Galen Center. Please let it be at Rebellion. Please,
no,
AJ.
you don't get enough stuff out there in California.
No, let it be at Genesis because the last time he fought was in January.
That is fair.
The last time he was in TNA.
Wait,
can you believe that was 12 years ago already? That was
God damn,
that's crazy.
Time flies. Seriously, speaking of
I'm having that image of Aldis at the top of that ladder with Dixie and AJ just prone on the. God, that's crazy. That came back to my mind right now. It was 12 years ago.
Again, there are some things meant to be forgotten. Dixieland is definitely one of them. That was certainly
you know what though?
Unique choice.
Yeah, I really just want there to be more variety within the women's wrestling world, period.
Exactly.
AEW has just fallen so far from grace. It's sad because they still have a really stacked roster on that side.
Yeah, Mariah May's been trying to kickstart that friggin' division underneath her ass. Literally spoke verbatim about it. Renee Paquette's closed up and demonstrated with Mina Shirakawa Wednesday when they main evented over the AEW Women's World Championship. And it feels like at
Tony's-
least there's some more storylines now in the women's division. But to your point, there's still a lot of work to be done.
And Tony's comeback is funny as hell so far. I'm loving this new wrinkle with her. It's so good.
She is.
So
She is
good.
now back
She's
in
entertaining.
2022.
We're gonna
It's
get to
crazy.
that.
I know.
We're gonna
Yeah,
get to that.
It's entertaining, but we
yeah.
will. But yeah, I just, and you mentioned Tessa. The NXT-TNA relationship may just be Tessa's back door into the WWE.
Yep.
I want to see that. I want her in the same building as Charlotte Flair. I want her in the same building as the legacy. I want that. Arn's back with the company now. I know Tully kind of flares into that. He's definitely not an AEW fan anymore. So man, just give me that legacy build. Let me get the two of them at a Mania or a SummerSlam or somewhere in the South. Something.
Well,
sorry. I
I
hate myself. I really hate myself. I'm sorry, James. I do love you.
No, you're not. You did that on
No, actually, I
purpose.
am sorry.
saw
I'm
you
actually
slip into that.
No, he was
I know,
actually trying. I could tell.
I'm trying to make a point because I really,
trying.
I'm really passionate about Tessa Blanchard and the fact that she's not going to get a fair shake because the internet fucking social justice warriors are going to clamber down on her. It pisses me the fuck off, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I
don't blame you.
So,
but anyway, we're moving on from that, but continue.
But yeah, and to answer your point, Charles, about being sure, yes, I am sure, and no, I'm not okay. I about died from the laughter a few minutes ago. I was on the bed heaving.
I literally almost passed out at one point. This has been the greatest episode ever. But bottom line, because I also saw, and you saw that also in the private chat, so I'll give it to you by doing this. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, we're fucking over it.
Yeah, just do it on the January 6th Raw, and then move right along.
Yes.
Simple as that. Okay, JJ, back to you.
God bless you, sir.
All right. Datilla said in the private chat that she's getting CP, that she needs to go Mimi. So go ahead and give your plugs.
That's funny. I like the way you said that.
Yeah.
You could follow me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it these days, at @Datilla_. I talk Raw, SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. I go live on my channel every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, occasional Saturdays and Sundays. And for all things TNA, you can check me out on Body Sub every Thursday. So, with that.
And when will you start doing Tuesdays on a regular?
Oh, I'm actually... And
New Year's resolution?
Intrigue. I am considering giving Dynamite the TNA treatment, meaning that I also watch the weekly show, but I won't review it and just do the pay-per-views. If I do that, I might do NXT. It's a might. I still haven't finalized anything yet because I do have to change some stuff around.
Tatilla, you saying that you might give up on Dynamite and start watching NXT, for me, at least that's something.
Something! I'm still gonna watch Dynamite. I just probably won't review it. I'm still gonna watch every week.
Yes, exactly.
Daniel, what's the count up to?
400,000.
I'm gonna be in a straitjacket by the end of this fucking episode.
Don't be Triple
Can't
H.
stream.
I am Triple
Something will
H.
get
I
me.
don't work
Can't
Tuesday.
stream. Something will get me.
I cannot stand this shit, man. It's too late. It's 2 o'clock in the goddamn
it's
morning.
too
I
late.
have to hear that fucker's name every day.
I thought you were gonna say it's too late to apologize.
Yeah, that's where I was going too.
He's gonna end up in a white padded room, I swear.
All right. Well, thank you for popping in and joining us. We will be seeing you next week for Christmas karaoke, correct?
Depends. If I have my afternoon nap and I don't get as tired as I am right now, maybe I can.
This is valid too.
Get
your memes in. We gotta have everybody along for that. Santa's gonna be there. Yeah. You know him.
It's like it's a tradition on the channel. Like
everybody's there for that.
Tradition.
Okay.
And there's no watch-alongs that day. I don't think so.
It's the only week we have in December that's not doesn't have one. So.
I think if I remember.
No, you don't. No,
correctly,
you don't.
There is Christmas Collision.
Yes.
Day.
Yes.
Okay,
Continental
so
Classic.
Collision.
God damn, it's always something.
Something!
God damn it! Hey, you remember when we said we weren't going to talk about Jake something if there was no TNA topic? Hey, Pepin's Farm remembers. Apparently not this panel.
You did it to himself that time. It's okay.
Hey, he did.
Yeah, alright, I gotta go. Bye, you guys.
Night, Tatsilla.
Night, Tatsilla.
Night, Tatsilla.
I
Go power
love
it
James.
down.
James hates us. He's
Well,
gonna be in asylum soon.
Just keep in mind, it's time for the holidays. It's time for new beginnings. It's time for forgiveness.
Yes.
Anything can happen.
What?
What the? What is that?
Is that
That
Goldberg
is something.
something?
Wait,
That's a sight for sore eyes.
That's Goldberg and Brett. Wow.
That's not Photoshop.
Is that? That has to be something. Fuck.
It's Photoshop. It's April Fool's.
It has to be like AI, right?
It's AI, right? Yeah.
No, seriously, is that legit? I mean,
It looks legit to me, y'all. I'm just saying.
Too
Hold
legit
on.
to quit. Too legit to quit.
Let me see it again. Let me see it again. I'm almost curious here. Okay. All right. Now I could see this being AI is the problem.
Look.
Hey, he hugged it out with Shawn Michaels.
I mean, for this to be
You know?
something.
You know what? I swear to God and all that's holy.
Did we ever think that almost 15 years ago, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels would embrace on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, that's true.
So let's just chalk it up to the fact that anything can happen in the world of pro wrestling.
Damn it.
Hey, it could happen.
2024 has truly shown us that anything is possible this year in professional wrestling. You're not wrong. I mean,
if Tessa Blanchard can return to a mainstream company, why can't this happen? I'm just saying.
it's fair. It's absolutely fair. I mean, and it's the holiday season. The strangest of things happen during this time of year more than any other time. So, I mean, just, put your mind to rest when it comes to what you think is impossible, because truly anything is possible.
Let me just clear up for the record, everybody out there. If you ever see an image of me like that with Bill Goldberg, that shit is definitely AI.
Well, okay. Jeff Beecham, the exception.
Same if you see a picture like that of me and Candice LeRae.
Aww.
Or now him and Johnny Gargano, because Johnny Gargano did the bad thing to the Machine Guns and sided with his wife.
I mean,
shame, Johnny. Shame.
I was about to rant on that, but I'm glad it's not a topic, because you literally turn Motion Machine Guns do transitional champions and turn DIY into heels. But
no, you know what though? You know what?
It makes
DIY
sense.
was sitting there on the freaking stale Cheerio train.
Yep.
I suppose, but
Let it cook.
Fine.
Because I think long term,
yes,
Machine Guns will get the belts back at WrestleMania.
Yeah, 100%.
And you'll give them a
God, I
WrestleMania
can't wait
moment
for
in the
that.
process.
Okay, so I suppose SmackDown's actually doing something with the tag team bit. Something!
You know, a slow cooker takes a lot longer to cook, Noah, so you gotta be patient.
Slow cook my fucking brain in the microwave.
It is a crock pot, not an Instapot.
Exactly.
We use a crock pot here, so I understand where you're coming from, and I do.
And we have both.
Yeah,
we have both.
Okay, fair enough. And SmackDown is actually trying to progress tag team wrestling like it did back in its heyday with this, so I will give it benefit of the doubt. It's far more than what they're doing on Monday Night Raw. Again, Monday Night Raw, give me, actual investment reasoning, because right now, Gunther and
Hold on. I got the gimmick. 2 hours later.
2 hours.
2 hours later.
Oh my God.
This is worse than something.
2 hours later.
Even later than before.
I got nothing.
It was in the before time.
One
I had one more,
eternity.
Noah. I had one more, the same one that you have, but I had others too.
One eternity later.
Well, I mean, something should have developed from that. Something!
What's sad is I think I heard James say it along with us that time.
James,
wasn't singing along with shit.
Accept the
Sing
madness.
along and sing along. It's something. Sing along.
One of us. One of us. James, accept this, all right? It is something to remember.
It's a wonderful life.
I swear to God, I'm about to I swear to God, I'm about to run away.
Yeah, remember when we did the show before we used that word? That was cool.
Yeah.
We still have 2 topics, y'all.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move forward. Good
Still
grief.
3 topics.
So,
oh God.
we have 2,
Topics, watch.
not 3.
Two. Thank God.
While this trailer runs, get the wax out of your ears. We're going to show everyone what's coming up on Renegades Reviews this time.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
I see a constant theme in the Hanukkah bit of the stream. The menorah in the center of every freaking cover trailer except the last one. Great.
Well, I mean, think about it, and what other symbol is there really for Hanukkah? It's either a menorah or a dreidel.
Brother, I'm still confused on the whole analogy of you just telling us to get the wax out of our ears. That completely caught me the fuck off guard. I'm like, okay.
Because you misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
I misunderstood.
I mean,
because I said 2 more topics. You thought I said 3, so it was like, wax
okay.
out of your ears.
Well, clearly he was
sense.
hearing something different. Something!
Holy shit! I'm gonna put my head in the microwave and turn it off.
Microwave in the brain.
All right, JJ. So 2 topics left. What do you got for our semi-main event? This has been the fucking greatest episode ever.
2 topics.
For semi-main event, I don't think it's a huge talk point, but I did want to bring it up, and it's the fact that Rhino announced that he is departing TNA now, that his time with the company has come to a close.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of want to maybe speculate on what is in store for the man beast. Does he hang the boots up for good at this point? Does he seek employment back in WWE? Does he seek to go to AEW? Does he maybe look into going to CMLL or AAA or New Japan? You know, at his age and for as long as he's been doing this, he has nothing to prove at this point.
No.
I would be content to see him ride off into the sunset. Maybe, if anything, get that, nostalgia surprise Rumble entrant pop, and then maybe put him in the Hall of Fame either this year or next year, assuming he can keep his nose clean and not get into any huge trouble.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
You know, maybe to Emmanuel's point, put him in a backstage role, producing matches, having him and Abyss work on matches together, I think would be quite ironic.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would definitely be something to see.
You know what though?
I had to that time, James. It just seems too perfect. I'm
I'd rather
sorry.
have Chris Park working with Rhino on producing matches than having Chris Park pick my football fantasy, because clearly that's working out for him this year.
I mean, Uncle Rhino is a Detroit man, so he's a Detroit fan. So there's that. But to go to your point, JJ, I mean, he still leads his own wrestling promotion in Michigan called Insane Wrestling Revolution. So
That's right.
I'd be
Maybe
curious.
that could be another WWE ID territory.
That's what I was basically thinking. Like, I could definitely see him being part of the WWE producer bit. I mean, that's what Bobby Roode worked his career towards. And also, again, with the fact we know that the 2300 Arena was not a one-time stop for your NXT, I could definitely see Brown maybe being part of that, even just in the audience. For me, it just feels like respecting a legend. He's already got the TNA Hall of Fame. I think it's very fitting that he would just get in WWE to close it out.
All right. Jeff, what are your thoughts?
It's I honestly had forgotten he was, because I've been unfortunately been able to watch a lot of TNA because of the scheduling around here, but I had forgotten he was there until the Hall of Fame induction went down, and I forgot he was still there. Actually, just that's not a knock on Terry. That's just I didn't know.
Right, I saw that induction live at Bound for Glory. He got a huge reception, and of course, he wore a red blazer representing Detroit Red Wings, because again, he is natively home to Detroit, Michigan.
I have no problem with the Red Wings. They're not in the conference anymore. I'm good. I don't fuck with the Wings. They don't fuck with me. It's all good. Go Kings,
okay,
go.
then.
But
I want wings now.
I do too. It sounds good.
I'm very hungry.
You want something to eat, James?
I swear. Fuck off! Fuck off! How did you do that?
What are you
Fuck off,
gonna
how did you do
fix?
that? Nah.
Twat waffles.
All the gimmicks. The highlight reel from this show is going to be something in itself.
No, apparently it's twat waffles. Yum.
Rhino hang up.
Now, see, I took it to the OG gimmick. You did Red Robin.
Yeah, that's
Robin.
somebody said to do that.
Bosh.
No, she said you have to do it like Hot Pocket.
Hot Pockets.
Exactly.
Oh, twat waffle. Okay, got it.
What are you gonna fix? Twat waffles.
Not available.
Now available in pepperoni flavor.
Oh, yuck.
I hate those. I'm a ham and cheese guy strictly, but not that I want to talk about food.
Oh,
because
it's
right
worse.
now,
Stop it. It's worse. It's
strawberry
worse.
toast don't sound good. Okay. So what we
Teach waffles. I can't. I fucking can't. I can't.
So everybody wants something to eat. That's what we're learning here. Something.
I don't want no twat waffle to eat. I'll tell you that right now, especially pepperoni flavor.
Rhino, hang your boots. No more.
All right, so let's go ahead. Jeff.
Pepperoni than roast beef. Anyway,
Okay.
that's right. Killed the room dead. Thank you. Okay.
It's like putting something in the refrigerator.
Oh, fuck off! It will never end.
This stream will never end.
Well, come on, Jeff. Go back to what you were saying about Rhino.
Yes, Rhino.
You remember?
Rhino.
You remember we had a point? Yeah, that was cool. Anyway,
Pepper Farms Rivers.
Pepper Farms or Rivers.
They got good cookies. Anyway, Jeff, you were talking about Detroit Red Wings and Rhino.
Rhino.
Yes.
Anyway. I don't remember what I was going to say, but I'm happy for Rhino. And if he ends up in WWE as a producer, so much better for him and for WWE. If he doesn't, and he can be retired, and maybe he can hook up with Heath Slater again. He ain't doing fuck all anyway. So, it's whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see Rhino working with Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in a match, but like helping to train him, helping to bring him along as a big man who was able to do speed, that did the gore. Breaker's got the spear.
And more speed than most people in WWE.
But like,
That's
I
on
think
Twitter on
they would be
Wednesdays.
a good pairing. Like, Rhino would be a good mentor for Bronathan.
I forgot that's the name we called him. I have an
Bronathan
idea.
Breakereth.
Yes, Bronathan Breakereth. I have an idea for Rhino. You put Rhino in as the manager for the War Raiders, and then they go back to War Machine and go full meta circle. It's great.
That sounds a little bit extreme, but I think that would be interesting to see. But honestly, I just want War Raiders to freaking go NJPW on Street Trash and get those titles off them.
I agree.
Like, they just got back to being the War Raiders. Let's leave them as that for a while, okay?
That's what they were known as before Vince intoxicated.
I understand, but let's not change their names like Big Show turns face and heel.
But their original name was War Machine, and Rhino's nickname was the War Machine. It was
I
a joke.
understand that.
It was a joke. That's
But I get where you're going with it, but I'm just saying, like, let's give it a break for at least a year.
Yeah, I agree.
Before we evolve them like some Pokemon.
Like Shaq from the free throw line, your joke missed.
Shit, that was
Oh no, but fucking something and saying that 50 million goddamn times. That didn't miss apparently. That apparently doesn't miss at all. Anytime it's funny and the whole group laughs at my expense. Hardy. Fuck you, Walter. Fuck you for that comment, you bastard.
Hardy.
Fuck everybody for fuck.
Hardy. Wow.
Okay.
Number
Number one, if they put Rhino with the two of them, you could use War Machine Taz's old thing, which is a fucking beat of banger of a song.
Right.
Amen.
Number two, JJ, we have long disproven the fact that the Big Show's heel and face turns are the greatest thing in our circle, because I've met Mickey Mouse take pictures more with him than Big Show's turn face or heel. That has been quelled beyond repair now.
I know, but we're trying to keep it wrestling.
Yeah, that's fair. And Paul White right now is literally on the board for all age, which is why we actually have matches for this pay-per-view coming up before the day. I mean, that's some crazy shit.
Well, yeah, we've got 5 now. They're probably going to be 15 before next Friday.
Don't jinx it. It probably will be like a total of 9. Don't jinx it.
It's that Tony Khan production.
It's gonna be 12, Noah. It's gonna be 12.
All right, so
minimum.
And you might be right if the price is right. Boy, will that be something.
Because you gotta figure, Noah, as of right now, there's nothing on the 0 hour.
Yeah, I know.
He's got to book that at least 3 to 4 matches deep.
The book Jeff's favorite team, the Outrunners, again in tag team action.
That's right. Outrunners for life, baby. Just give me Ziggy Dice to manage it. I'm set to go.
No, we don't need Ziggy Dice. That's too outlandish.
We always Ziggy Dice.
No. Anyway, that's too extreme, even for Rhino to deal with. Speaking of Rhino, I mean, I could definitely see him going to WWE just being a producer, because that kind of seems to be what the TNA alumni have kind of done.
Yeah, I agree.
And kudos to him. Career earned.
So James agrees. Waller, what do you think? So we can get through this.
That was quick.
He could ride off into the sunset now. He could do whatever he wants. He's earned it. So, I do think it's interesting that he didn't say he's done with the wrestling industry or business. He just specified TNA. So,
yeah,
that's interesting.
I personally think he should appear one more time on Raw on December 30th and just gore the shit out of the set. So he did SmackDown.
Damn.
Take it out once and for all.
Just destroy it once and for all.
Interesting thought.
Bury the past before the new year. Now that would be something. Something!
Tonight's episode is brought to you by the James Hebert Sanity Fund. If you'd like to donate to make sure James doesn't go completely knocking fuds, PayPal at.
I better be getting fucking PayPal'd for this shit after tonight. I swear to God.
I do have PayPal from Manuel though. Like before we get to our minute.
Yeah.
James.
Anyway.
What?
You realize the reason we keep doing this is because you keep reacting, right?
Yes, you know why I keep reacting? Because it's 2:01 in the morning and I'm sleepy.
Yeah, he's confident enough to react to something. Something!
Hey, at least you got a super or PayPal out of it.
Yeah.
Cool. I did PayPal, James. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
Emmanuel,
Thank you, Emmanuel.
the one you sent me is going to be one of those like I got to think on it because it's really good, but it's not a single segment contained episode. So what I will do for you, Emmanuel, because I'm feeling that generous. He said, maybe an idea in January 25, build your own fantasy Royal Rumble using the current talent they have, surprises and legends. We will make that part of a segment of the New Year's Eve / Jeff Feature Network anniversary show on December 31st.
There you go.
Okay.
Because that's a long ass like answer, and all 5 of us are gonna. Even if I just answer alone, we're gonna be here another 6 hours. So
yeah.
Well,
I'll make the. I will let you.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Nice avatar, man. Nice avatar.
Just go ahead.
Okay.
Finish. Are you finished? I don't know.
Well, if you stop saying something. Anyway.
Okay, if James didn't say
something!
Well.
Then maybe Jeff would actually get his point across.
Right.
So yeah, we'll make that a part of a segment. We'll probably do that in hour 4. That way the super reliable folks can be along for that route. But yeah, Emmanuel, you are guaranteed to get your topic answered December 31st in the 11 p.m. Pacific hour.
Okay, so I have a super chat from Emmanuel. I have to read it because it's a super chat. It's a PayPal to me.
Did you do a dick move, Emmanuel? Did you do a dick move?
Emmanuel says, and I quote, just to say something. In this spread the love gimmick I do. Emmanuel, thank you, but also fuck you, Emmanuel. Fuck you, you fucking bastard.
Fuck you, and fuck your family, you bastard. You bastard, I tell you.
Oh
my God, I love you, Emmanuel.
I hate this whole show. This is the worst
I hate the show,
I've ever been a part of.
James, think about this for a moment. Hold up, time out for a second, Jeff. James, think about this for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You have to now go back, rewatch this show in its entirety.
Yeah, I know.
And steal clips for the highlight reel.
I'm just gonna clip the whole damn episode, which has already gone 3 hours.
This is worse than me getting hit by my kids, snuck up on by my wife.
Dude, I feel like it's a Denoso slap every time I hear the damn word. It's so nauseating. I'm not saying it. Fuck off, Noah.
God, Noah, don't get him to say something.
James, you don't even know. Like there was one episode, it was just me and Noah waiting in the green room. My wife walked behind me just with the slipper going like this. Noah's like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know.
Mm-hmm. Chancla in hand, she was ready to beat a motherfucker.
I was saying. All right. Well, I mean, again, I'm sure I like the idea of Rhino and maybe Braun Breaker having a moment where one gores and one spears, and they spear like an opposition. Maybe Grayson Waller and Austin Fury if they don't shut up. But I think that definitely could be something to behold, and it's only a matter of time before it happens. Something.
Oh
But
yeah,
anyway.
I'm glad I got these fingers up now.
Anyway, JJ, you got one topic left. I think we pretty much put the bow on Rhino's next pursuit. So I think with that being said, folks, believe it or not, we've had a lot of fun, a lot of shenanigans. There's been a ton of talk, but there's still more to come because when we come back, it'll be time for our something man.
What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense.
You put something on the screen, so I had to say the name.
It makes sense.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
You know, it really is something to behold.
I'm going. I swear to God, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep on the air. When you come to my place,
Just look at the comments.
I will be asleep.
That horror has taken such a precipice in the holiday season, even with the Hanukkah having, I think, like a horror menorah. Try saying that 5 times fast. At one point, anyway. And
Horror
we are
menorah,
back,
horror
folks, and
menorah, horror
welcome
menorah.
to what truly has been something to hear. Something as we get ready for our main event, and we now return the show over to the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams. Hope you all enjoyed the ride as we're about to finally hit the final stop, believe it or not. So, JJ, what do you want to talk about to close this thing out?
I want to talk about the fact that in addition to the return we had last night, we had a return on Wednesday night, and she was timeless no more. I want to talk about the return of Toni Storm.
Yes.
And kind of how she's already being booked in her return, because it's not looking good. As great as her return was, and as much as I popped to hear her music, and I even mentioned that last night with James when she came out, how great it was to hear her old music, which I always thought kind of resembled Barracuda by heart.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was intentional.
Well, she is a Motley Crue fan, but continue.
But for her to have that grand return and then to immediately get put onto Rampage, the show that's disappearing in a couple of weeks, for her first match back. And then to have a match again tonight against, no disrespect to Shazza McKenzie, I don't know her that well, but someone who's essentially an enhancement talent on the show.
Yes.
She's not all elite. She's not a contracted superstar.
Yes.
Why would you not have her first match back on your A show? Or at the very least, build up to her having her first match back on World's End? Why would you hotshot it on the two shows that are the least watched and one that's disappearing in a couple of weeks? And you can argue that you want to try and boost ratings for those shows, but people have already made up their mind on Rampage and Collision. Dynamite still has some life in it. Noah, what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like they did the right thing by her throwing her on Rampage and Collision? Or do you agree with me that maybe they should have held out for a Dynamite appearance? Or at the very least thrown her on World's End for her first match back?
The fact of the matter is, this isn't the same Toni Storm that was the AEW Women's World Champion for 270 days. This is a Toni Storm in identity crisis and confidence. But to answer the first part of your question, I thought the return after Dynamite was very subtle, but I think they should have saved it as far as an actual follow-up match or maybe thoughts. I think match makes sense because we don't know where her mind's at right now for Dynamite, if not Collision. Because, again, Collision right now, you got the kind of classic going on, and you see them right now literally talking about the storylines in AEW, but also Collisions being talked about for everything else. I think they should have saved the first match for her back on the next week's Dynamite. But I look at where Toni Storm is right now versus where Kazuchika Okada was when Kenny Omega beat him in that incredible trilogy, and he lost his mind. You know, purple hair, balloons, Scooby-Doo, until he found a younger version of himself that kind of brought him back to reality in Switchblade Jay White, where he brought back classic Rainmaker, Wrestle Kingdom 13, 7 months later after he lost his marbles. It's one of those things right now, though, that I look at Toni Storm's character metamorphosis and this whole idea that she is either having a midlife crisis or lost what she actually was. Or again, if you're timeless, you're not bound by the space-time continuum. Hello, Doc Brown, and Back to the Future reference. I think that, again, the execution is weird, and I think they're off to a rather odd start. Clearly, Mariah May does not consider this a threat, and she already pointed her out. If Toni Storm wants to face her again, she'll kill her again because she is the reality to everyone else that's dreaming. I'm confused, but I'm interested to see how far this goes and what triggers Toni Storm remembering who she was. There's still shades of the timeless bit in there, as she subtly showed when she went for the hip and tap off on Rampage and Collision. But until we get that confrontation with her and Mariah May, no one AEW is going down under in Australia. I'm curious to see where those character development goes. But yes, I think they should have really kicked it off next week on Dynamite. Some matches. Maybe Renee Paquette tries to get in a word, and we go from there. But I don't think her starting off on Rampage against Harley Cameron, who's far more than Jensen Hansen for me, also a value player like Chelsea Green. It was kind of sudden, and I felt that shouldn't have been. But again, questionable in AEW is almost as common as saying something and James getting pissed off. Something! Something is going to come up from this once we get to the, I would say, that graphic is all right. And I saw your name change, by the way, James. I'm okay. I won't do it for.
I laugh. No, I was doing it for the bit anyway, but I'm laughing and crying at the same time. Please, no more, please.
I mean, to do two motions at once though is quite something. Something!
Damn it!
God
damn it!
But yeah, I think that we got to wait and see what happens. And the fact that last year at World's End, she was involved defending the AEW Championship against Rico. I think we will get an angle after the Tijuana Street fight with Thunder Rosa. Spoiler alert, folks. But we have to wait and see. But yeah, you should have held off the first match to Dynamite next week with Harley Cameron.
I hate this show, Jay. I hate this show.
I love this show.
I am going to go ahead and I am going to fantasy book a match for Fight of the Fallen. And I gave this match to James last night, and he seemed like he was down. Because we can't have it at World's End already because Mariah's already booked.
Yes.
Mariah May and Harley Cameron versus Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
Now that would be an awesome freaking match. What?
Here for it.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Just keep going, please, and don't say that damn word.
What word? Anyway.
No.
I mean, again, something! Thank you, Charles. But yeah.
Who the fuck is Charles?
I'm not going to lie. I actually do feel for James a little bit now.
I'm so tired and I'm crying and laughing at the same time. I'm going insane.
Just remember this the next time you get us derailed.
Yeah, this is what
Just
happens.
remember how you felt.
That's right. Remember, you got 1 week and you can sing your little Christmas heart out.
Oh
my gosh. But I love that idea, JJ, because I'd be curious to see, again, with Toni Storm, if she's going through this character timeline. You get Thunderstorm for a brief moment when Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm were a duo. Especially the fact that, I'm just going to put it out there right now, AEW is rightfully so all about Mariah and the glamour. Is not looking to change that anytime soon. That's all I gotta say for now.
James, you were on the call with me last night as Toni Storm had her first match back. What are your thoughts, good sir?
My thoughts are, as long as I get to see Harley Cameron, Mariah May, Mina Shirakawa, and Toni Storm on my screen being hot and also being great wrestlers, I don't care. Yes, please, more of that.
Gaines wants something more from the AEW Women's Division.
You
Stop that!
Yes!
Wow, that was a loud one.
You son of a bitch!
Noah, you sent him a gun.
This is the greatest episode ever.
Dude. The perfect storm of me being exhausted and then that word not ever ending.
It truly is a never-ending story.
Da, 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 da.
It is the word that
But as far as her
ends.
return, in her first match on Rampage, James.
Yep.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, seriously, bro.
Okay, so you want my serious thoughts about that?
Yes,
Okay,
not just the simp James that's going to drool over four women
No,
with
yeah,
nice
yeah.
boobies.
No, I said that in a joking way,
Weak-minded
but also how
stupid.
serious. I'm tired. Oh yeah. Okay, so as far as the whole idea with Tony, I think I would normally agree with a lot of that because that's what Tony's been doing a lot of lately. But the reason this makes sense for what they're now telling in this case is, well, Tony had no issues going on Rampage, going on Collision, going on Dark and Dark Elevation back in the day. I guarantee you she's going to mention those shows in her diluted state. I'm almost betting it. It's coming.
Right.
It's coming.
Yeah.
And, you know, in this case, it makes sense that her first match is back on Rampage and on Collision for her second match. And then on Dynamite could be her third. Then Rampage and Collision, fourth and fifth. It tells the story that she has completely lost her mind and she thinks she's back in 2022. On top of, it helps her stack her wins faster to get a championship match. So it actually is a very brilliant way to maintain what you're trying to do to tell the story of the crazy timeless character and also make sure to rack up some wins that actually justifies her getting a championship match at Grand Slam Australia. So it all works out to me, in my opinion. So there you go.
And Mariah May has never faced this Toni Storm, nor did she arrive to this Toni Storm when she came into AEW in January.
Yeah.
And this was the Toni Storm, though, that timeless Tony bestowed on Mariah when she turned her into her mini-me at first.
That is correct. The time warp, Jeff. It's a time warp.
Walter, your thoughts?
I was really, really happy to see her back, especially during the pre-show. I fucking called it. I had that gut feeling, and she actually came back. And
yeah, you called it.
I do like that she came back as the Motley Crue version of herself, but I don't know. I do like what you said now, James. I didn't think of it like that, but I don't like her first match.
Well, you know, we also had this conversation on the Rampage Watch Lawn because JJ knows where I'm about to go with this. That would be great if they, I don't know, outwardly express this shit in a promo package once in a while, Tony.
Con.
Let's talk about the right.
The con, not the storm. But
yes, not the storm. We like
even Tony
Storm.
Somebody.
Yeah, I feel like you could have milked me, and she had to come back on Dynamite, and then did a promo or talked about Mariah May or something like. I didn't do it on purpose. I swear I didn't do that one on purpose. I swear I didn't. But yeah, I feel like it was kind of a waste of time for her to do that. But whatever, it happened. We'll see. I'm just glad she's back.
Same.
I'm so happy. Like, I just want to skip to the next pay-per-view now because I know they don't do TV right. They do pay-per-views right. So let's get to whatever gets Storm versus Mariah May. The sequel. I need
Something's
it.
in my ear.
Well, I have a feeling that Storm versus Mariah May will be Grand Slam in Australia.
Same.
Well, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Give Tony a big win in the home country, in the homeland.
The region.
The region. There you go.
Well, I mean, it is a country also and a continent, so I mean, it's one and the same.
It's a country, it's a continent, and it's vast, backwards, and full of fucking crazy people.
And also crazy creatures.
And yeah, those animals. Yeah, that's why he's calling the people crazy. You crazy to live there.
Yeah.
So you got beautiful like places and this is there, and you can go learn how to play a didgeridoo with an aboriginist, I suppose.
So I am glad. Wow, that was fucking random.
That was the most appropriating thing you have ever said on this show in the entire time we've ever been doing it.
I mean, I'm going to give you all something that makes sense.
So I'm actually glad I went last on this because I was prepared to just nope. It's being booked like this because Tony has no creative, but you guys proved me wrong on that. So I appreciate going last. Now,
yes,
I saw the backlash on it, like, why is she coming back? The timeless Tony Storm retired. That's part of the gimmick, folks.
Yes, remember the
Professional wrestling actually doing a storyline that makes sense. And it came from AEW. What?
Yay.
The fuck I said. Nestor, he didn't beat that dead horse. He turned it into glue on the air. Like on the air in the last 3.5 hours. That shit is now a full-on set of freaking Elmer's glue that my son's going to take to his first day of second semester in a couple weeks. Like, boom, that's what's happening.
You're gonna
He's the
craft,
taxidermist now.
You're gonna craft, a little project in art class, and we're not off the air yet.
Brother, stomp
Glue
the-
that is
brother-
almost as sticky as the syrup that you pour on your twat waffles.
Oh my God.
Is that
Great.
Letterworks?
What are you going to pick?
Twat waffles.
Waffles.
There we go.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Now a new chicken flavor.
He beat the fucking horse so dead that
Mikey likes it.
He beat the horse so dead that it became like Mario stomping on a Goomba. Like, God damn.
I mean,
Hey, I understand that video game reference.
I mean, that's
me and Mario.
That's just something normal in a video game with Mario. Something.
I'm
No, and now
hurt.
you're
I'm
doing it on
old. I'm
purpose.
tired, and I work with the fucking children.
I work with the children.
I work with the children. Now, welcome to my hell, James. If I can get you one time of the year, welcome to your own hell.
Oh, you got me.
Okay, hold on. Let's just get back to the.
Yeah, let's go back to the chat.
Go ahead.
I made my point.
Back to the stone.
Okay.
Back to the future.
I had made my point,
You
but I will
actually
say
gave AEW. Now, let's just make sure people understood what Jeff said, and I quote: he gave AEW their just due for booking something creatively.
yes, I did. They did, and I'm intrigued by where the Tony character goes. And I will say, since I'm going to pass the baton here, just remember, folks at home. I know we usually pick on Noah because Noah doesn't like karaoke. So this will be great, Greg. Thank you, Arlene, for having that example. For everybody that is concerned that James is just being ran through the ringer here.
No.
There are 7 days to Noah's singing reckoning.
Yeah.
It's Christmas songs. Christmas time is here, Noah. And yes, step into Christmas, Noah. Call it all Christmas. All the things next week.
One thing actually says Christmas, I'm going to enjoy. The other one, I'm going to be on Mario Kart while the wheel will make you all do the dance and singing, and I'll just be trying to get the gold cup on the freaking Mario Kart 8 space track.
Well, but remember, as you play Mario Kart, if the wheel lands on your name, you have to pick the song.
Oh, I know.
Unless somebody donates a full 25 and wants, for example, Santa to sing Last Christmas, because Santa can do that this year because Jeff's already been Whamageddon. So
I'm about
Santa
to
can
say,
do that this year.
people better get that last minute shopping in order and to prepare to go to Walmart on the 26th. They got far better things to do with their money than having me do that.
Well, no, but that's true. But people also realize that that Jeff needs to do last minute Christmas shopping for the 21st.
Fair
That
enough.
is a cute little wheel you got there. I dig that shit. That's cool
you
stuff.
can go get something from Pantene. Something.
Arlene, I'd rather have one of the ladies sing Santa Baby to me or to Santa on the air. That'd be more ideal.
That's a Natalie or a Dory Lou song. She's part of it. Shout out to our barkeys. But getting back to the topic at hand, see where the Tony Storm storyline goes. Weird start, not horribly wrong.
Are we saying have patience in professional wrestling?
To be fair, we had a lot of patience with Tony before he started screwing up on a lot of long-term booking. We had run out of patience.
No, but you know what though? But
making it right.
I'm the most
hang on, but like I said earlier,
Super Lava Studios.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, we want to give Tessa Blanchard a second opportunity. Granted, this isn't Tony's second. This is like his 453rd. But
Man, who's counting?
if we don't give him a chance, he'll never take the chance and run with it.
Yeah. I think he's putting this money into max streaming potentially now. He has pretty much got to be very careful because his next mistake on a social media scale could be his last.
Stay off the socials, Tony. You won't.
You live better. Trust me. I literally taught from experience.
Mm-hmm.
Arlene, I thought we had a good thing there with the Undertaker interaction. We had a good moment there with me and your brother. And now you're having Noah sing Santa Baby to Santa Meet. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing in the chat room over here?
What is this weird conundrum we're trying to do here with the same-sex engagement on the Christmas holiday? you're driving a wedge between the normalities of gender equality here, Arlene.
She's trying to have you shove more than just a wedge, apparently.
Yeah, I guess there's something in between those legs.
Stuff that Jimmy. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, my God. This turned into a Diddy party real quick. Let's change the
stuff that
subject.
chimney. Stuff that chimney.
All right, y'all both naughty list. Fuck it, I quit. That's it.
About to say,
Y'all are
well,
done.
JJ, you got through all the topics finally, unless you got something to say in the final act of this.
Oh,
Tony Storm reinvention.
my God. I'm gonna die.
Ready for it?
No.
All right. I will give you one bye, James. I will be nice to you this one time. But if it comes in the chat, I'm not going to promise anything. But anyway, JJ, why don't you go ahead and close this out?
Okay.
Sweet baby Jesus falling all.
I agree with
Good Lord
Daniel at
Almighty.
this point.
Yeah, that's
No, I
enough.
do too.
Enough of the shenanigans. We gave everybody literally 3.5 hours. Let's all get some sleep and let James go take an ibuprofen so he can finally go memes.
Take 42 ibuprofen. Fuck.
We don't want him to OD, Jeff. We don't want him to OD.
At least Noah's caring about that. There you go.
It won't be an OD. It'll take 42.
You act like I'm a heartless person. Something! You act like I'm a heartless person.
This could have been all jabs at me if you guys just all subscribed and got me past 100.
I mean, to be
That's true.
fair, that goal is still out there for the next 16 days. But anyway, JJ, what else you got to say?
16 days. Oh my God.
I know. 16
Right?
days until the end of the year. 17 for us. We still haven't crossed midnight yet. But
You are almost there.
Close
You might
enough.
as well just
Damn,
join.
16
Do with these
days.
coast
Ain't that
anyway.
something?
Like he said, something. So I will not count.
There you go. That was good. I like that.
so
Trials,
that
tribulations.
does
You know, we've had our
just about
share.
wrap things up for this evening.
Yes, thankfully.
Let's
There,
go
James.
ahead and begin the shills here, and we will start things off with James.
They can go
God
to
bless
sleep.
him.
I'm not doing the voice. You guys can find me on the YouTube, Instagram, and X at JamesSide95 and on Facebook at James Ebert. I do really cool, dumb, and sometimes I get sad things on the internet.
So
Check
pitiful.
out my uncle's documentary, which makes me happy because I love my uncle. He cool. Here's something that doesn't make me cool, but needed to be talked about. God damn it! But needed to be talked about because of documentation of stupidity. So I did it, and there will be a part 3 follow-up. So be on the lookout on my YouTube channel, right there. Once again, youtube.com/jhebertside95.
Ding,
That is
ding,
the
ding, ding,
saddest
ding.
ER I've ever seen.
We have a $2 Canadian super chat from Shadow Batash. Noah,
Fuck you.
I'll let you read it.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Can't breathe, dude. Everybody cheer.
Oh my God.
Or Noah can't even breathe. Fuck's sake.
This is the greatest episode ever. God bless all of you. And Shadow Batash with
Daniel's
a $2 Canadian super chat said,
Daniel's losing his mind.
This episode has been quite simply something. Something!
Oh my God.
God almighty. You can't.
Thank you, Sabotage. Appreciate you.
By the way,
Ding, 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 ding. We have a follow-up $5 super chat from Arlene Dominguez.
Yes.
What does Walter think about Lola Vice getting the most improved superstar for NXT?
You goddamn right.
Short, sweet, simple, and to the point.
She's
There you
improved
go.
Walter's plugs every week.
That's true.
I've improved it.
Well,
We done proved it.
Oh,
we done
technically
improved
Jeff
it further.
Congratulations to Lola Vice. And again, you can't argue with the work that she has put in, not only challenging Roxanne Perez for the NXT championship, not once but twice for a cash opportunity for the breakout tourney, but proving that she still is as strong in her original work that brought her to the dance in Underground, still undefeated. So congratulations to Lola Vice. I'm very curious to see what 2025 brings her.
Ditto.
Yes.
Me too. Noah, let's get to your plug.
All right.
Jesus.
Well, again, if people wish to engage and follow me on the social media that I barely ever use because all I pretty much do is predict and encourage people to enjoy life, enjoy wrestling too. Find me at Foster 1916 for all things wrestling, primarily on the Twix and on YouTube, because I make James' life a living hell one time of the year with one simple word from one simple wrestler because it is a joy, because I truly am nothing more but a simple man and a lifelong fan of something.
Tip of your tongue.
2 hours later. 2 hours later.
1 eternity
2 hours
later.
2 hours later.
This show is going to hell.
I lost my train of thought. I had something in mind and I forgot it.
Fuck off.
But
Fuck
also,
off.
I am a fan, of course, of... Oh, there's the words I was thinking of. Professional wrestling. Where I only wish to continue to remind you and encourage you on the winners, the losers, the betters, just fans of appearance, this patch we all share. At the end of the day, folks, support one another, respect each other, protect your mentality too, treasure your families, try and avoid this word for that man if you wish to, and just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. It is truly as simple as that. I got my AEW holiday sent up with me and the KNG King this Thursday, and then of course there's City predicting RLH as we cover RLH Final Battle. We're hoping to have some new champions in the new era of RLH. They're trying to get.
God damn it, Lily, not you too.
And again, folks, I hope that you truly have enjoyed. Oh yeah, that is true. I mean, Lola is quite for some people in a different way. I mean, again, it is something to talk about, right? Something. But
Let's
again,
give
folks,
them something to
I'll see
talk
you all later
about.
this week for Simply Predicting and ROH coverage and State of the Nice Interview Impromptu. It's been an absolute pleasure. It is truly as simple as that.
By the way, to Safet and Daniel, it's not that serious. I understand it's for the bit. It's just because I'm tired, so it sounds like I'm actually more upset than I actually am. I halfway think this is hilarious and it's good, cheap content. So enjoy.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? We're actually being joking.
Just wait till James literally compiles the entire counts of something all back to back to back to back and try to echo like them in some weird mixed form when he freaking highlights this episode and then adds his rant on the end of his worst, bitter, saddest moments reaction.
Have we hit Roman's title reign yet?
No, I don't think so.
Said it?
No, we haven't gotten to that levels yet.
No,
Well-
I mean, if you reach that number, it would be crazy.
This reference doesn't have that word in it, but Walter always feels like somebody's watching him, so you might want to take a few looks over your shoulder while you do your plugs, Walter.
Oh wow. Look at that.
Yeah, now there's something.
Nothing!
You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Walter Alex Cruz, Instagram Walter.Cruz.940, the at Rage of Wrestling YouTube, and now the at SRS 1983 Twitch. Thanks to the PayPals. Yep, that's it. 2025. Noah and I gonna be doing the streaming of video games on the Simply Reliable Studio.
Yeah, let's go.
Hear you, Shelton.
And probably talk about video games at a time too, and invite you all to the party when we might do some Jackbox nights once in a while. Who knows?
Dude,
Stay tuned.
we play Jackbox. That's gonna be hilarious with this fucking group of crazies.
Oh,
You kidding me?
Jesus. Without the adult filter, we might get demonetized.
Dude, you might get me on that because Noah, you're Noah. Hi, Noah. Dylan and I used to play Jackbox with people, and that shit is hysterical.
I got every Jackbox pack, and my family are coming over to play Jackbox Survey Scramble and figging it for Christmas.
Okay.
Quiplash will
challenge
definitely
accepted.
get us canceled, by the way. Goddamn.
Dude, we won't be able to post the first show. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but I was about to say, with you all sober, we have a chance. Drunk, we going to get canceled.
We gonna get canceled.
Yeah, there shall be no money today for Christmas.
You thought match game goes off the rails? Dear God Almighty!
Yeah. Well,
yes. All right.
What
the fuck? Oh my God.
Y'all remember when Walter's piece was intact? Yeah, that was cool. Anyway. All right. I think it's my turn.
That's a solid shot, Emmanuel. I don't know what's funnier. Noah grunting over karaoke night, Walter looking over his shoulder, hoping his wife doesn't beat him, or James grunting over this gimmick.
Nothing!
Brother.
That's going to be the whole freaking highlight reel during the
You
last
literally
hour
got
of the
all
show.
that. Like, is there even a need to do a highlight reel when you just can go back to this effing episode? You got all of that together in one show.
Seriously, if we took
we haven't had Noah grumbling over karaoke yet because we get to that during my show.
Yes.
I already told them what to do. Go into hibernation.
If we take the groans of Noah about karaoke all year, James's reactions tonight, and just the sound of Walter's chair swiveling, make sure he doesn't get his head smacked off. We got a whole half-hour highlight right there, at least.
Probably. Probably.
All right. Well, I'm gonna save your shows for last because I see you have a little video clip loaded in.
It's not really a video clip. It's just a transition picture is what it is. But I had to make a video.
Go ahead then.
All right. So first of all, of course, you guys will find me across all the universes next week, or not me. Sorry, Santa Meech is back in town all week long. He'll be on the No Key review. He'll be at the Greg Cherry Show Christmas party, and he'll be right back here next week as we do our karaoke show, which JJ I know is going to plug with boisterous vim and vigor here momentarily. But otherwise, you can find me, as you always can, across the socials here on Blue Sky and Instagram and Twix at _Jeff Meacham, and YouTube and Facebook at just Jeff Meacham. It's really as simple as that, folks. That's where you can find me. and we'll take a JJ from there.
There you go. Of course, you can find me on socials on Instagram, the Renegade JJ Williams, Twitter and Blue Sky, ROWJJ Williams, YouTube, Casa D18 Studios. Want to thank the 17 of y'all crazy motherfuckers that are still watching with us.
Shit.
You know, we got over 20 a few points this evening. I'm sure the gimmick definitely helped drive up traffic. But
they probably were drinking each time we said the word.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully non-alcoholic.
But yeah, it's been none of us are Mr. Toad, but this evening has been quite the wild ride.
If you have drank every time the word something was mentioned tonight, please call Poison Control and Alcoholics Anonymous now.
Yes.
Something!
Yes.
Right now. Because y'all are going to die. Y'all are going to fucking die.
To Jeff's point, yes, we do want to take the opportunity to shill for next week. Yes. Saturday Shenanigans karaoke night.
I am so happy.
It is the 3rd annual installment. We have the name wheel ready to go. Festive colors, as you saw earlier, red and green. Everybody who has told me that they should be there has a name on the wheel. Yes. We've got Datilla, Walter, Josh, James, me, Natalie, Statboy, Big G, and Noah. Of course, we have Super Chatter's choice, Panel's choice. Everybody
Santa,
is on there. Huh?
I said I love seeing Santa on there. Dylan may even be part of that next week. I may get him to do a song or two if he gets the hair up his ass about it. We'll see.
But again, it will be Super Chat, and we will pick whatever song we choose to sing if our name comes up. Mm-hmm. The only way that you get to subject us to your embarrassment is if you Super Chat the $25 to pick your singer and the song. Otherwise,
the holiday season.
Otherwise, we get to pick what song we want. That way, we can put the love and the passion behind it.
Christmas Collision is going to get all my love and all my voice.
Well,
you will sing, Foster. You will sing.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Sure,
Just remember what happens every time you open your mouth and insert the foot.
Including in the chat room.
Nah. If you guys realize how close you are to Christmas, people are going to be stuck at airports, grabbing taxis and Ubers, and getting those last-minute gifts with the $5 shelf.
You do realize airport Wi-Fi exists, right?
And what?
You do realize that airport Wi-Fi exists, right? So they could actually...
Yeah, how shitty is airport Wi-Fi? I mean, let's be honest.
Airport Wi-Fi is pretty good. Airplane Wi-Fi is another story.
Okay, I'll give you that. I've been in the airport only once, so again, we'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll have something in store for everybody here. Something!
Nestor, PayPal's are preferred donation spots for karaoke.
Yes.
Because we want to make sure that we get that money now, essentially, so we can buy last-minute gifts.
Correct.
PayPal or Super Chat, I'm the only one who's monetized.
Yeah.
And the whole point is to kind of give the person that sings the money.
Yes.
So what the Dominguez tend to do is they will say, I'm going to donate $50 to spins. And then we spin the wheel 10 times per person, just throwing it out there, 10 times $5 a spin, $50. And then whoever's name comes up on the wheel, they will Super Chat or PayPal that money to their account. So if Jeff's name comes up 3 times, James's twice, Walter's twice, and me and Noah once, I'm not sure if the math adds up there. I was just throwing numbers out. Then, they'll disperse the money appropriately.
Right.
Yes.
That way everybody gets the money for the song that they had to sing.
Yes.
PayPal's will be in the description of the YouTube video. So since I see you're watching through Walter's channel, it should be in the description on Walter's page. You can find all of our PayPal's.
And Emmanuel, if you're gonna definitely super chat that particular amount to get that particular song out of Santa, go ahead and send it when you can, brother, because I need to get some shopping done before I head out to Victorville anyway. So please get that money over to me like right now. Anyway,
3 days after next week's Saturday to make sure it's all in order.
Well, no. I've got 4 days, 5 including tomorrow, between the time I'm here and the time Dylan and I are in the car to go to Victorville. So I got to make sure I get that shit done before we go up there.
Oh, gotcha.
Because that's going to be family time once we get up there. We're going to maybe hit Walmart once when we first get there because we're crazy people want to hit Walmart on the fucking December 20th.
We're all men. We usually wait till December 24th and just get everything.
No.
Don't shop at all.
No, usually I'm done by now, but because I just got my fucking job back this last Monday, now I'm in the pinch. So
Fair. Anyway.
So that just about wraps things up for tonight. Again, thank you all for joining us, for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for our coverage of New Japan Strong Style Evolved.
Yes.
Long Beach, California.
Pyramid, baby.
Little bit bummed that I'm not going to be able to go to that one again,
Me too.
I mean, hey, the last time Mercedes wrestled in Long Beach, she hurt herself. Maybe we'll have deja vu.
Damn!
Jesus. That's a bit rough.
But Merry Christmas, everybody.
Should definitely hurt my eyes.
Hazuki for the win. Hazuki, the Wild Heart, deserves to be NWA Strong Women's Champion. She deserves a singles title.
This is a good question, and Safet, I don't know the answer to that.
No.
Does anybody out there that super chats, Emmanuel, Arlene, does anybody out there know if Google Play gift cards will work on the YouTube app?
I think they're strictly for the store only because Google Play is literally the Google store to buy apps. So I would say no. It's really about apps, movies, and music through the Google Play store.
Yeah, when you super chat on YouTube, they generally require some sort of stable backing, a debit card, a credit card, some sort of actual already existing thing, because gift cards, as some scammer victims will know, gift cards can be a thing. So
especially defective things.
Scammer payback. Shout out Pierogi.
Yes, Walter, enunciate tomorrow. You got this, brother. We have faith in you. We believe.
Enunciate. Yeah, man. Like this whole stream, ladies and gentlemen, has been one giant billboard for autism awareness. So just so you're all aware. If you wonder why I'm a part of this show of crazies, this is why. And this is why I both love and hate this show, Jay.
Oh, come on, James. It truly was something to listen to tonight. Something!
Oh, it sure fucking was.
Let's see if Noah has the same chippy self when we're doing karaoke.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have no voice because I'm gonna be screwed up in the head and in the hair, madder than Tony Khan on the high pressure Raspberry Collision, and I got Mario Kart and Bellagio. You guys got nothing.
No. Next week is a switch-free zone. It is Christmas, damn it.
You can't stop me from playing Mario Kart.
You can read the night before Christmas. You can sit there reading Dickinson's A Christmas Carol, but it is a switch-free zone.
Not happening. If I don't have the Switch, I'm having the DualShock in my hand. You can't stop me. No one can. Nobody.
Solo shot me. Noah?
What?
You're on the show with the big guy next week. Santa will not tolerate Switch playing. You want to read these Christmas stories to yourself, that's fine. But you want to dig yourself on that naughty list even further. We'll make sure that the Christmas songs you have to sing, because we won't make you sing. We won't be that guy. We'll have that word in it, just so James can get you back by having to sing the word without shouting it out.
Amen.
Santa is in charge next. Santa and his and his renegade of an elf are in charge next week. Do not fuck around and find out, Foster.
And
just remember, panel's choice is up there on the wheel.
Ooh, that's valid.
Panel's
That's
choice
valid.
comes up.
You guys have more than enough on the
Could
panel.
be in some punishment there.
Yeah, you
There
guys have
is
more than enough on the panel. All right.
no escape from your impending doom.
Because
Next
if
show.
panel's choice comes up, then the panelist not only gets to pick who sings, but what they sing.
Yes.
Like I said, you all ain't stopping me. NAF is in full force with Mountain Dew, and it's going to be in a pissed off move. So try
I
me.
forgot that's an alter ego, isn't it? Yeah.
You
We
damn
have,
fucking
too many
right. He
alter
comes
egos.
out on the darkest of nights.
Okay, so it's Santa Meach 3. Santa Meach versus NAF. Got it. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Darkest day and snowiest night.
And next week,
Why it's
on
too hard on the
TV
show all of a sudden?
About to say, I don't know what the hell that was. The
Hey,
Palpatine with
we're
a
gonna
freaking
rock
blast
it. We're
thing.
gonna- I'm trying to do Christian
We're gonna
Bale
stretch
dancing.
Foster.
The Christian
We're gonna
Bale
stretch Foster all the rest of the night, and
They can't be trusted.
Well,
Well,
then we're gonna call Reg Parks for should have tried me, Reg.
What the fuck is this shit?
I don't know, but
what's
next
happening.
week is sure to be something indeed. Something!
Oh, God damn it.
For Datilla, for Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, for the Hebe man James Hebert,
Poor suffering bastard.
for the simple man Noah Foster, for the West Coast Professor Jeff Meacham. I am the Renegade JJ Williams, thanking y'all for joining us and tuning in tonight. It truly has been something.
Something!
Have a good night.
Ah.